And we're live. We just went live just as you came walking over.
I'm finishing my dinner.
Ice cream dinner.
Inspector Bruce ice cream and cookies.
Inspector Bruce here. An hour later than he was.
I'm grown, so I can eat whatever I want for dinner, and it's ice cream and cookies.
So I'll try again. Inspector Bruce is here an hour later than he was the first time.
Oh, it doesn't count if it's not the first try.
I already gave him a hard time. And then let's see here. Hippie Long's here.
Hippie Long is still sanding. You're in sanding purgatory.
Mike Oxlong's here. Good evening. Mexican Spec is here.
Hey, Mex.
Let's see here.
Lester LeSabre is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Let me scroll back, see who else is here. Oh, Bruce Colchan.
Oh, it doesn't count if he doesn't say hello.
Daniel Morrissey is here, or was here. Yeah, he's here a half hour ago, so I'm sure he's here.
He'll be back.
Buddy Carfano was here first. Okay, so I'm scrolling back to so we got live chat now. Do we have live chat? Yes, we have live chat.
I'm Kim of Kim Fixes Things. I'm here with Buck Del Campo. We are live in our shop. And it is Clarksville, Tennessee. We're back from Yuma. Still, some more.
Still back from Yuma. Yeah, we've been back from Yuma for a while.
And we're in our shop. And tonight we're going to do some stuff. I'm going to probably weld. I've made a complete mess of this tailgate. He hasn't really seen it yet.
She came up here last night, and I was just,
I'd
had enough. And I was just, because of this ear thing, this is what I can show you. There's a bandage here. I can't get it wet. So I took a shower with a hose, over me like this. And I washed my face separately. You don't know how bad I want to stick my head under the water because my head gets kind of greasy, It's like tomorrow I'm going to be allowed to take a shower. So the ear, how many people are in here? Oh, I don't have that thing set up yet. How many people are in here?
I'm still sanding.
15. I don't know. Should I wait longer to tell the story?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to let me tell it.
Yeah, give it 15 minutes. Dean Stevenson has to behave.
He has to behave. Now he's some mod.
Mm-hmm.
Wash your face. How do you do that? I put I took some dish soap. I use this dish soap that has no, I think it was skin problems. It's soap, first of all, not detergent. It has no dyes, no smelly stuff, no fancy shit.
Tim's here. Welcome, Tim.
And I put it on my hands and with some water, and then I use that to shave. So I had to be careful. Over here, I got to be careful and not get it on there. So I shaved, and then I took just water a little at a time and washed my face the best I could without getting my ear wet. Pain in the ass. Then I got in the shower with one of these hoses that you have in the shower that you can shower around like this. And I just showered from shoulders down.
It's good because you can wash your butthole real good.
God, Tim, you don't need to know those kind of details.
I'm just saying.
So then I finished.
All you got is one of those shower heads that doesn't move. How do you wash your butthole? You don't, which is kind of gross.
So
I should work for the plumbing industry because I'm such a good salesperson. Everybody's buying sprayers now because they're thinking, man, my butthole's not getting really clean.
Stop. Mexican Spec says, thank you for the graphic. And Dean Stevenson says, enema of the estate.
Enema estate.
Well, having a hose just down your backside is not an enema. Jeez.
No, I didn't say stick it in your butt. I said wash your butt.
Oh, I'm going to have to be a moderator. That's enough.
Man, oh, geez. I got flapper disc. I bought it at the auto parts store, so I overpaid.
So Tavo's here. Good evening. Look at all the mods. Oh, there aren't that many. It's
everybody blue.
Dean Stevenson being talking.
Hey,
and
Mr.
Mexican
Tavo's here.
Yeah, so there. Wow, I can't believe I couldn't get a mod last week.
We should have talked about regular stuff at the beginning of the show rather than stupid stuff like washing your butt. Nothing better than a clean bottle. That's right.
What is this? Like X-rated Buck Del Campo in the bathroom?
I don't know if I would say it like that, but it's definitely preferable to a. All right, no, we're moving on. Moving on. Dead Cougar Garage is here. Welcome.
Get my Punch Island.
Guys, the other night, that one night, like a month and a half ago when the power went out and we went out, they had one of those trucks, right? And it was
Hold your story. Hold your thought.
Oh, okay.
Power up. We have a hell of a storm coming at us right now. It hasn't hit yet, just starting to rain. If we disappear, we disappear.
Oops.
But I just want to say that. So anyway, go ahead.
Sometimes the power goes out, but not that much. Yeah, it's not real bad. It's rare we have. But they were out there working on it when the power went out. Something was up.
Okay, so go back to your no mods from the U.S. Is that true? Hello, Dean Stevenson, Mexican Spec.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, that's all right.
We have some, but they're just not here, right? What it is it's so much more affordable to find to outsource.
Yeah, outsourced outside the U.S.
Nobody here wants to work anymore. So we were out there looking at this truck. It's pitch black, and I seen something, and I looked, well, so what's that? And it was still in the box. It's brakes for some kind of motorbike brake pad.
Oh, yeah, we walked down to see what guys working on the power down there. So power's out, so took a flashlight, we walk down there and see what they're doing.
And they are...
And that's on the ground, on the street, on the way down there.
They're made in USA. There's sintered brakes, and there's the part number. If you know anybody who needs brakes for their motorcycle, let me know, and I will send them to. Or if anybody just really wants them to have on their shelf, I'll send them out. 10 points.
Oh.
10 points. 10 Kim points. You can have them.
Mean Street's here, and Todd Saw.
We don't even have to go third world countries. Australia, Mexico, they're not third world countries. Honestly, it's cheaper to outsource to not a third world country. We are a third world country at this point. We have to outsource to a first world countries to get decent help. It autocorrects to Dodge, not fair when he's Cougar. Yeah, Mexican Spec's not. Mean Street Mopar is here. Welcome in.
Inspector Bruce says, I don't work anymore. I'm retired. I found retirement. Well, I guess it depends on how you retire. Retirement gave me about this much money. And when somebody offers me a good deal, I go to work for them. So I just did that. Went all the way to Arizona to do that. But I'm back. And I talked to the guy today, and he'd like to have me come back. But I can't come back right now because I got to deal with this here. So, are you looking for the date? Mexican Spec is asking if there's a date on that brake package.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Well, that's what I thought you were doing. But
there's not a date anywhere. But it has one of these. It has one of these fancy, like things on the packaging, like scanny things. So that it can't be that
QR
old.
Code.
What is that? It can't be much more than about 10 or 15 years old and have that still.
And then C. Burlock says nanoparticle spray ad.
Woo! Nanoparticle sprays. Everybody needs a good nanoparticle sprayer.
So you
get 2 points for your nanoparticle, for your acknowledgement of the nanoparticle ad.
And Luis is here. Good evening, Luis. Luis, what time zone are you in? It might be tomorrow already. Man, I just thought of that. I'm thinking about like where we are and where he is in the world, and it's like he's south, but he's east quite a bit.
Hippie Long says, I see old people. They don't know they're old yet. Yeah, I get it, Hippie Long. There was a movie about where the little kids saw dead people, and they don't know they're dead.
Dallas has a barcode. Oh, it's got a QR code.
No, barcodes are like 40 years old, so yeah, I don't think that counts. But the QR code's a little older. I don't know. They like fell off the back of someone's truck. They're on the side of the road. The road provides. For someone, the road is going to provide.
Why couldn't it be for something that we have?
I don't know. Why didn't they
Why
drop
didn't
off a nice small block Mopar engine?
Brake pads or
904 transmission.
for a car that we have, or a set of rings for a slant fix. A big bag of money that fits every car.
Yeah.
But it goes pretty quickly when it's cars.
Let's see. Hot sauce here.
Yes.
411 on the ear prognosis. We didn't talk about it just yet.
Yeah, because now we have enough people in here that we will talk about it. Okay. So what the deal is I had a little cancer there. This thing was growing on my ear, and I knew it didn't belong there.
Tavo was asking for the part number. It is motorcycle parts.
Yeah, there's the barcode. Down at the bottom is the QR code.
Yeah, but that's the part number. You would find it. They're definitely some kind of small vehicle parts. It's probably something that nobody ever will use. Except for the person that lost them off the back of their truck. They're probably wondering where they went. Okay. So, let's tell them the story. Go ahead.
I want to get through this.
I won't either.
So, there was a thing growing in my ear, a white thing like a little prong sticking out.
You have a picture?
You can't even get one sentence out.
He had a picture. If you're
I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'm just telling a story.
Okay.
So anyway, I knew it didn't belong there. I was at the dermatologist for something else, and I said I have a second thing I want to talk about. And she, way across the room, she goes, "What, that thing on your ear?" I go, "Yeah, you can see it from over there." And she goes, "Oh yeah." She goes, "That's coming off today." I said, "Okay." So she took it off. She said, "We're going to get a biopsy on it." She goes, "It could be cancer. It could be a wart. Yeah, we'll see what it is." So it turns out it's cancer. All right. So then they want me to go in and do a thing called Mohs surgery, where they take some more off and they look at it under a microscope and they can see if there's cancer in it. And if there is, they go deeper and deeper until they get so there's no cancer. Well, that might be the whole ear. Might be my brain. So anyway, so they get me all numbed up and back in this chair with my head all chair back like unusual attitude. So she says to me, "I'm going to take out a piece that's 4 millimeters diameter and about," she goes, "half to 1 millimeter deep." I said, "Okay." So I'm laying there, and I could not feel pain, but I could feel her moving my ear around. And she's walking around me like this because I'm like it's some weird thing with my ear up in the air. And she's walking around me. And I know what she's doing. She's got the right angle with this knife, and I know what she's doing. She's cutting a piece of my ear off. It's kind of a strange feeling. I'm thinking I'm going to be so happy when this is done. So then she says, "I'm going to go look at this." And there's another woman there. She bandages all up. She goes, "Go sit in the waiting room. It's going to be about an hour till we know what's going on." Okay. So Kim's out there. We sat there for a while. They called me back in. I go, "Well, we got it all. We don't have to take any more, but we're going to take this bandage off and we're going to put a dressing on there that's more permanent for the next 2 days." So, okay. So that's what's on here now. Can't get it wet. Well, of course, it pours rain as soon as we go outside. So I put my hat like this and try to keep it dry. So then, now I still have this thing on here. Tomorrow I can take it off. They gave me a little baggie of stuff that has stuff to put on it and clean it, and new bandage, and I've got to do that. And in like a week or something, I have to go in and get a follow-up exam on it. But the good thing is, they got all the cancer, so I'm feeling pretty good about that anyway. Okay, so I told the story. You want to keep up with the chat?
That's the story. Mexican spec says when they castrate cats, they take off part of their ear so people will know. So there you go. There's your disguise. If anyone asks if you've been
castrated, the bottom of my ear, though.
Yeah, I don't need castrated again. See, that's how you protect your stuff when the mandatory castrations come around. That's That was his plan. And they said it could be brain surgery. We're going to have to remove your brain just to be sure. And they went in and they were like, oh, somebody's already been here. Um, what I'm hearing is great news, wonderful. Yes, Todd Saul has it. There is no reason to believe that he needs any additional surgery. It went smoothly. We were there for a couple hours. Most of it was just waiting for them to do the tests on it. They didn't have to cut too deep. He'll have a scar, but he still has most of his ear.
The other thing happened after they took the temporary dressing off. She brings over a tablet with some pictures of before and after, and then she gets a mirror, and she goes, hold this mirror there so you can see your ear. So I'm holding it. She's pointing, and it's cauterized so it isn't leaking blood all over the place. So it's kind of ugly looking. And she goes, okay. She goes, you can have a little scoop out there. Or she goes, I could start taking some stitches and try to make it look more like an earlobe's supposed to be. And she goes, I'm going to give you the choice what you want to do.
I didn't hear this.
No, because you weren't in there.
No.
So
they didn't let me sit there, which I didn't either.
So I looked at it and I thought, there's two things I'm thinking. I'm done with this shit. I don't want anybody.
Stitches would have taken longer to heal.
I don't want any stitches. And then I'm thinking, it's got a little cup out of it. It's like, really, who's going to look at the bottom of my ear? And if somebody notices that, it's going to be because they're staring at my ear. Actually, nobody's going to notice it unless I got like pictures of both sides of my head. So I thought, nah, let's just leave it. And she goes, I think that's a good choice. I said, okay. So that was that. They put new bandage on it. I left. So, the other thing they said is they want me to go to the dermatologist once every 6 months, and they want me to keep an eye out. Look for something else like this. She goes, once you have something like this, there's a higher chance that you're going to have another one. So pay attention. So, okay, we'll do. So that's not so bad,
That's right. Facelift is in it. We need him to look younger. We need him to look like he's 60.
Yeah,
that keep him looking young. Meat Mopar says the 318 that he got the windage tray from looks like a tar pit, even though it came from a police car fleet maintenance. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was maintained properly.
There's that saw that I was looking for from Dean Stevenson.
The saw.
I always look for that saw.
Mexican Spec reminds us that police and fleet cars sometimes idle for long periods of time. And they should put hour meters on that type of machine. Anything that sits and idles, so that they can keep up with the maintenance.
You know what? They can download the hours from the ECU. Yeah.
Yeah, they can now.
It's like predatory coworkers would. Right. I'm not going to read that. I've read it, but I'm not going to read it out loud. Not for any reason. Everybody can read it. Lester says, I found an empty cardboard and clear plastic package for a 6.5-inch circular saw blade in my attic the other day. The price sticker was $1.87. Imagine how old it was.
That's probably from the 1980s.
Oh, talking about plastic. It's raining, and I'm not supposed to get this wet. So I put a plastic bag
over his head.
Put a plastic bag over my head, and I thought, when I tell that story, people are going to tell me you're stupid to put a plastic bag over your head because then you won't be able to breathe. Okay. I like to modify shit. So, you take your Walmart bag and you cut the face out of it. And you put it like this. And you take a clothespin and you put this little bonnet on. And then to make it look better,
you look like an old woman wearing your babushka.
That's babushka. Yeah, so anyway, that's the word for the day. Babushka is a Russian word for the day. That's how it's pronounced. The grandma's a babushka. But anyway, so I had a plastic bag over
Mexican Spec says the Crown Victorias show idle hours on the dash. I've never seen that. When did they start that? Do you know the year? Or what generation of those vehicles did they put the hours?
Look at this. I need to get like an earring. No.
I told him if they cut too much of his ear that we could get one of those big like discs and he could have the like You know, the big ear plugs where you stretch
No,
bigger and
I
bigger.
hate those things.
We just wrapped the rubber band up around his ear.
You know, Todd says a Pentastar. I have a real nice Pentastar emblem that came from the center of the grill of a like
hang that as an earring.
Like a what is that thing off of? It's like a Dodge Omni or something right in the center of the grill. I might use that on this car.
Dead Cougar Garage. He had a minor surgical procedure to remove a cancer from the earlobe there.
This is.
And so he's not supposed to get it wet for a couple of days while it's healing. That's why he was putting a bag over his head.
And I went in for a second. The first surgery was taken to remove it. The second surgery was they do some carving and checking to see how deep the cancer is. And they went a little deeper, and there's no cancer any deeper. So good deal. I'm now it's just healing up, you know.
Oh, the Fender Pentastar badge, the little one.
Oh yeah, those little ones.
I don't know.
Oh, the one I have is it's probably 2 inches across.
We have little ones though. I know my dart has one.
Yeah.
Tiny one. This one might have.
Main Street says Memphis Police Department. Oh, that's where the car came from. The greasy thing.
Michelle, is Michelle here?
Oh yeah, those. Yeah, yep.
Oh, welcome in. He was watching Pete earlier.
Yeah, she was there.
Okay.
Let's see here. Yeah, those type of bags are outlawed in the Bay Area. I know. You know, my father was still alive. We went, and my stepmom, and my father's like 90 years old, and he's walking with a walker. So just get the picture. A 90-year-old guy walking with a walker. My stepmom, who was 5 or 6 years younger than him, so she's in her mid-80s at least, and she gets around okay for an 80-year-old woman, and they like craft beer, so we go into this store and we buy some single bottles of this kind of beer and that kind of beer, probably about 7 or 8 bottles, and we get up there and we put it on the counter, and the guy rings it up, we pay for it, and he goes, "This is great customer service." The guy says, "What's your plan for getting this stuff out of here?" I said, "Can you put it in a bag?" He goes, "We're in California." He goes, "No." So we gather up these beer bottles. I got some. My father's got a couple of them with his walker. My stepmom's got a couple of them, and we hobble on out of the store and go dump in the trunk of the car. It's like, are you kidding me? Nowhere else in the world is it like that. I don't know about the world, but the U.S., you get a bag, you know? And then they say, "Oh, it's bad for the environment." Okay, so use the bags again. We use them and use them and use them over and over and over again, you know? So, yeah. Steve, you look great with an ear all.
Oh, put that bag back on. I gotta
put the bag back on.
Yeah.
I don't look good with this bag.
Turn it this way and cover your face. Perfect.
I don't want to cover my face. Then I'll suck the bag in and I won't be able to breathe. And then
that only happens with children.
Call an ambulance. Why? Only children can suck the bag into their. I'm not going to put it on backwards. Put it on frontwards.
We'll turn it a little more.
Like this?
Keep going.
Oh, why?
There, now we're protected.
What?
Nothing. Take it off.
It's a Walmart ad?
Yeah, we get bags for 10 cents or for free, depending on where you go. They used to tell you to bring your bags back, but then after that whole thing that didn't happen, apparently, now they don't want your used bags.
Nope.
Well, those bags have been used. Oh, my God.
When I was in Oregon, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I was there like 4 different times. Small town in Oregon, Pendleton, Oregon. So I go to the store there, and they have nice bags that you can reuse. So I bought some of those. They're store bags, though. They're not like the real good ones, but they're pretty good. So I bought those, and I brought them home. I folded them up, put them in my luggage, and brought them home. So we still use them here, but
now this car doesn't have it on either side.
I still use the plastic bags over and over again.
Oh man!
What are you looking at?
The value of this car is destroyed. It doesn't
have one of those little.
It doesn't have a little thing. It's garbage, junk, completely worthless. The resale value is
guys.
Nothing.
Don Stephen. Sorry if I butcher your name. Hello, Kim and Buff. feel bad. My wife makes me wear a bag to bed. So yeah, I was joking about that.
If you both wear bags, it's
Yeah, it's a double bagger.
man.
Carl used to say that all the time. Carl's a friend of mine that got killed in a stupid car accident. But Carl was, and he wasn't driving.
I am. I'm trouble tonight.
And he
Tim.
was, he always called, he'd be talking about some girl. Yeah, she's a double bagger.
Don't say stuff like that. That's ignorant.
But the guy's passed away. I mean, you know, I you get mad at him.
You're throwing him under the bus.
Yeah, but this doesn't happen with consenting adults. Let's see here.
Harley Davidson. All right. Pete's here. Buff, I'm so glad you got a handle on this. I have a good feeling that soon you're going back to normal. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just the next day, and he's fine. He's fine. Honestly, the worst part was driving to Nashville and back.
See,
although back wasn't even bad. Driving down there.
For information, WhatsApp's not encrypted anymore. Don't say it. Oh, you know what? About 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, those of us working around the military, WhatsApp became, don't use this, take it off your phone, all that, because the encryption was either so bad that it didn't work or it was unencrypted. And so we weren't allowed to use it anymore. So we went to Signal. I think that's what it is. Signal. Which is pretty good app.
I think most people have either already knew or are becoming acutely aware. Oh wow! Show the chat.
Yeah, this is what's about to hit us. Let's see.
You can kind of see there's a lot of green.
Yeah.
There's a big blob.
Well, it was
weather coming.
It was red, but the red's disappearing, which is good.
If you were not aware, you have become aware that there is a great deal of surveillance. Obviously, companies, they want to know what you're buying, what you want to buy, but there's all where you go, what you buy, and there's a great deal of effort being put to keep that information and cross-reference that information, what you drive, how much fuel you use, when you take a dump, which do you wipe your butt forward or backward,
I never thought about which direction.
They want to know, they're listening to.
Now I'm going to have to think about which direction.
Years ago, we were all joking about how your phone is always listening and then it serves you advertisements. I mean, it's not like conspiracy. It is the reality. There is a surveillance situation. So you can't escape it. I do not think we should just accept it and go on with our lives, but to some degree we have to. So yeah, and it's in the news like it's something like, they now where if you're driving too fast, they could slow you down, and oh, can your car report you if you speed? Yes, if you are speeding in your car. If you are driving your car hard, it is recording how you drive it, right? The manufacturer knows how you drive. They know when you get your oil changed. The new tires are going to have tracking devices built into the rubber so you cannot remove or disable them. And then every time you drive over a speed bump or one of their detectors, I don't know who's putting them out there. Every time you go past the flock camera, it reads your tires. It knows where you're going, how fast you're going, and everything.
Was it Pirelli now came out with tires?
Yeah.
The tires themselves report
right
to some place.
But
and I don't know what they're reporting, but the tires report, and they also report to the system in the car, so they have dual reporting ability.
But it's at least 10 years ago they installed those tire pressure monitors that emit a little signal, little USB or little Bluetooth signal to tell your car what the pressure is in your tires. They all have serial numbers, so as you go past the scanner, they know which tire is passing you, and tires stay with cars. So they can track you, and they have been tracking people for 10 years. And what they're doing with that information, I don't know.
Well,
Because nothing has gotten more convenient. Nothing! At least make life easier. Why is everything harder? If you're going to track me, at least have things ready for me.
I don't know what I was going to say.
I know. That's because what I said was more important. But Buffalo Campo has been repaired. We've inserted they installed a new tracking device in his brain.
That's what they did. They put a tracking device
while he
in
was
my
unconscious.
ear, and I wasn't unconscious, but I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, you think you weren't unconscious. That's what they told you. They opened up his skull and installed a different brain.
Wait a minute. Can you wait? Hold on a second. Dead Cougar Garage says Michelin's are the greatest. Wish I could get them on Greenie. Why can't you? Man, on my Mazda, that's all I ran was Michelin Pilot Sport radios. They were great, and they'd last about 40,000 miles. More than that, probably close to 50,000 miles. But man, you go around a corner, and they're not going to let loose. It's almost scary. And they were great in the rain. It was amazing. So I don't know what you maybe the sizes aren't available or something. I don't know. Okay, go ahead, Kim.
Tavo confirms when buying his welder that his boss, who was on the other side of the shop, his phone heard they were talking about welders. Well, in some cases, they'll spam everybody in the area with advertisements because they only know which IP address ordered a welder or was searching for a welder. So then they'll say people in this area are looking for welders. So they'll just give everybody advertisements. So it's not always exactly directed, right? It depends on how much money you have, how specific of information you can buy, right?
They don't come in 15-inch. Yeah, my Mazda had 19-inch, if you can believe that. I never thought I'd have something with 19-inch wheels, but it looked right on that car. Yeah. So what do you run? What kind of tires do you run? I know what I run now. Cheap. Because Social Security gives me this much money. So the guy that wanted me to come out to Arizona, I said to him, see, the Jeep had 2 bologna skin tires on it. And I knew we were going to have to take it. And I knew we had to put tires on it. So I said to him, make it worth my while. Send me a bonus check right now. And then I'll think about coming out there. And he did. So we went out and bought a set of tires for the Jeep. Then I thought, nah, I'm obligated now to go out there.
Stray Bullet says his driver's license is worthless and expired. You don't care.
Oh, Dead Cougar Garage says Pilot Sports are what I have on my daily. Yeah, okay. I do not like General tires. I've had so many of them explode.
No.
We had them on the trucks out in Yuma when I was working out there.
Oh, wow.
Man, one of them was a Ford F450, and when that thing went out, it took the whole front of the grill and the headlight out when that tire exploded. And we had several of them, and I said that was enough of that. So I don't know. Don says Firestone 721. Man, do you remember those things? That was after the Firestone 500s that were explosion specials. Then they came out with 721. Mexican Spec, I don't know the name of my tires. I don't read Chinese. When we were looking for cheap tires for the Jeep Patriot, I looked all over and nothing but Chinese tires. And then we found some that were made in Thailand, and I thought, you know what? I'm at least going to buy Thailand, some non-communist country. So
yeah, we went and bought some affordable tires, which means junk.
So Pete says I ran Federal 595 SS on my Vet. Yeah, my Vet, I had, what were those things? I'll think of it. The Carvana has 63 comma 13-inch tire. Hey, you're looking at 13-inch wheels right there on this thing. Ted Cougar says BF Goodrich, they suck. Yeah, Goodrich used to be good stuff, but I don't know what happened.
Guys, we can only talk good about the things that we get paid for and bad about the things that people don't. That's called advertising and marketing.
Oh, geez. Tavo says, talking about license tests, it shows the direction government are going. When I did my written test, the DMV office, in the DMV office on paper, it was free. Now we can only do it online, and it's $80 per try.
$80.
Oh, and Dead Cougar says radio TAs.
They've outsourced it to cost more money.
Well, I went to San Luis Obispo, California, and parked and went to a restaurant. A friend of mine came back up my car. It's like, welcome to San Luis Obispo. Here's your parking ticket. So I got a parking ticket immediately. Hadn't been in that city for over 20 years. Parking. So I ended up coming back here. I get online to pay it. And it's got it itemized. All these, there's the price of the parking ticket, and then some kind of administrative fee, and a couple other things, and then a fee for paying online, and a fee for using a credit card.
Convenience fee for using a credit card?
And then it's like, don't itemize this. Just give me the damn ticket, you know?
More.
Pete, that's why I like, what's this? It's Firestone Town Country. Pete says, that's why I like Generals. They're on my F-150. Nice Firestone. You know what I was going to buy? What I really wanted to buy, but we couldn't find any of the size, was I wanted to get the Hancooks. And Hancooks it's a Korean brand, but most of them, in the U.S. anyway, are made right here in Clarksville. So I thought, well, I'll support the factory that's in Clarksville. So, but they didn't have, they make them in the size. I just couldn't find any, and we needed them with the band, you know. But that's the way you can order them, you know. I can do that. Green Rats, Kumo. What was you doing? Oh, you're changing the can. Okay. YouTube TV ads, C. Burlock.
YouTube TV.
Pete says, my dad's Ford Festiva had 12-inch. Yeah, I had a Datsun 1200 a long time ago. I had a Datsun 1200. It had 12-inch tires.
Man, we're really getting them.
Yeah, we're getting hammered right now with rain and thunder. And Tavo says, forget to renew a license here. It's a massive fine if you're caught, but it makes zero difference to your driving ability. UK had lifetime licenses. It's about the dollars again. Yeah, here in Tennessee, I don't remember what they charge, but they're good for like 10 years. And it doesn't seem to me like it was a lot of money. In fact, Tennessee was pretty good because I renewed when some years ago, I was out in Arizona, and I had to sign something that said that I was actually a Tennessee resident. I was just visiting out of state, and I did that, and they sent me a new license with my old picture on it for 10 more years out in Arizona. They just mailed it to me. So, I don't know, that was okay. I don't remember what I paid. It seems to me it wasn't a lot of money. Him's grilling something. I don't know what you're grilling.
I know that.
Oh, there, you're moving the camera so we can see what you're grilling.
Working on
Well, yeah, just shove something under there so it doesn't bend away from you. Okay. Next inspect says CD Burlock fact checker, 142.85 US, give or take. What is that about? I don't know. Something maybe the cost of the Kim, what do you, I don't understand what she's doing. Sure, it makes some kind of sense. Steven says, C.D. Burlock, we acknowledge you as a small Irish descent person, not as a fact checker. I'm going to work on it. Next spec, that is about, they offered us lifetime driver's license for 2,500 pesos. It's a money grab. Yeah, but they're done grabbing.
They want money now. We'll give you money now.
But then, you know what they're going to do in a few years? They'll redefine lifetime to mean 3 years or something like that.
Oh, they do it all the time with stuff.
Yeah, they give you lifetime warranties, but then they redefine lifetime.
Sears did that.
Sears
Remember
did
Craftsman Tools? They were lifetime warranties.
Oh, and they changed it?
Well, they went out of business.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, they sold to, what? Kmart, and then now they're in
Now they're in one of the big box
Lowe's. They're in Lowe's, and then Howell says licensure is $57 per year plus $12 per renewal. So 1 year renewal is $69, 10-year max $582. That's a driver's license or a license plate. What did Carpana which they would put full size
like lifetime brakes.
Full size spare back in cars. You know, you go out and buy a new Corvette. What do you get? You get a can of Fix-A-Flat.
That's
like, are you shitting me? Buy a $100,000 car and you get a Fix-A-Flat? You know where that's going to get you.
I buy a $100,000 car. I want roadside assistance. Thank you. I got that kind of money. I'm not going to change the time. Dean Stevens wants the can of Fix-A-Flat floating around in there.
Dean Stevenson says New Zealand got lifetime licenses in 1996 and promptly replaced them with non-lifetime licenses because I don't know what all that means. Oh, says, okay, that's your driver's license. All right, license to drive. C.D. Burlock, fact checker. Tavo, I paid $30 for 5 years. Louise says, we're back. I didn't notice you were gone. Sorry about that. Kim, oh, I know what you're doing. You drilled holes to plug weld.
Yeah. I'm
okay.
sorry.
I had no idea what you were doing.
I like the plug weld better than the stitch weld. It looks bad. The plug weld would be nice. Plug weld would be real nice. Real nice. I think I need to fix this.
You got that welder working?
No, it's still sputtering, acting funny. I think it's something with this ground. I'm going to take it apart. Clean up.
Yeah, because there were grounding issues, and you fixed it, and then you had more issues. So.
I tightened it up, but it didn't fix it.
It didn't fix it, so there's something probably dirty under there.
And I checked. I thought maybe I wasn't getting gas, but we checked, and the gas is flowing really good. So.
Stray Bullet says, just because their stupid driver's license expired doesn't mean I forgot how to drive. Man, when I got my license they sent it to me from Tennessee. I was out in Arizona. So the first thing they do, I did it online, and they get this printout that says that you have renewed your license, and it says, "Dear Mr. Police Officer," or something. There's some kind of thing that the license has been expired or has been renewed, but it's showing the expired license in this thing. Okay, fine. So I did it ahead of time, but it was down to the point where it expired. And the next day after it expired, I had to go to the bank, and I had a check I wanted to and it was drawn on that bank. And I had an account at that bank. I wanted to cash the check. It was like $50. So I go in there, and she goes, I need to see an ID, so I show her ID. She goes, oh, that's expired. I go, here, this is a piece of paper. She goes, we can't cash that check. Your license is expired. I said, I'm not asking to drive a car. This is just who I am, and I did not expire. The license, I'm still the same person. You know, they got a manager over there and told me I had to leave because my license was a day expired, and they weren't gonna cash that check.
They made you leave.
You know what? You know what happened?
Did you kill anybody?
As soon as I got my license in the mail, I went in there and took all my money out of the bank. Took it somewhere else. You know what? F you, stupid people.
Damn people.
Really stupid people. Stupid people. You know?
Yeah.
Am I really a different person because the license was expired yesterday?
People.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Man, it's like a total bitch session tonight. Are they bitching with you?
I'm so tired of stupid people having to deal with stupid people.
Anybody else watch Louis Rossman? I was watching. He was at a
I can't watch him anymore because
town hall meeting.
It just brings more stupidity.
The rage.
I'm already upset enough. Should I tell the story about the pharmacy?
No, you better not.
I feel like telling it.
You can tell it. Do you guys want to hear it? Give them a break. Talk about something positive. Show them the project. Show them what we're working on. Show them the tailgate and everything. Talk about the project for just a little bit. You can come back to being mad about the ways of the world that suck. I agree that they suck, but we don't need to talk about it all day and every day. We'll get all caught up and forget about the good things. We have to mix the good and the bad a little.
The C Mexican Spec says if they run your plate and hit it with a plate reader, they'll know your license is expired. It's a risk. Yeah, it's another thing. You got to have proof of insurance on the car. They already know because the insurance companies report. So before they even walk up to the car, they know who your insurance company is and whether it's expired or not. But it's a game. You got to show them the piece of paper.
It's a game. It's not a fun game either.
So, that means paying for the rest of your life.
Buddy Carfano wants to hear it. You might as well tell the story. Get it out of your system. Go ahead. They're asking for it.
There's medication I take. It's called amlodipine. It's for blood pressure. So the amlodipine.
So you know it's a highly controlled substance.
It's not a controlled substance at all. You only need a prescription to buy it. You don't need a prescription to possess it, like a narcotic. You can buy it in Mexico and carry it into the U.S. without a prescription. It's no problem. But I'm 1,100 miles from Mexico, so I don't do that anymore. So the doctor changed my this is like months ago. Changed my dosage from 2.5 milligrams to 5 milligrams. So I go in and I pick up my meds and at the pharmacy, and I look at it, and it's 2.5. I said, well, they changed it to 5. And so she goes over and she looks at the computer screen, comes back. She goes, yeah, you're right. But she goes, just take 2 of these, and it's a 90-day prescription. She says, come back in 45 days and we'll give you another 45.
Do you think that happened?
I should have stood my ground, lean over, right in her face, and go, do your job right. But instead, I went, okay. So I took 2 of the 2.5s.
So agreeable.
I took 2 of the 2.5s. So yesterday, was it yesterday? No, it was the day before yesterday. I'm running out of amlodipine. So I go back up to the pharmacy. And she gives me all my meds for the next 90 days.
Gee, a completely different person.
But it's
same pharmacy, different person.
But it's only enough for the next 90 days. So I'm still missing 45 days of amlodipine. So I tell her this. And she goes, no, he just changed the dosage. I go, no, he changed the dosage last time, and this is what happened. And she argued with me. I finally just left. And so now I'm short 45 days of my meds. It's okay. So now what do? I'm going to have to go explain it to a doctor and get the doctor to agree with me.
And he's gonna have to talk about it on stream.
And then I'm gonna have to go up there, or I'll just drive to Mexico and give him one of these and never go in there again, which is what I feel like doing. You know, Mexico's pretty nice. You go in there, the doctors are nice, the pharmacists are nice. It's just everything's nice. You pay for your stuff, you get it, and you leave.
Well, that's what you get in a third world country like Mexico.
And then I tell,
how's the insurance company supposed to make any money like
how's
that?
the insurance company supposed to? No, you just pay for it, and you get like 3 times the amount.
How's
the same amount of money
supposed to make any money like that?
So, yeah. Anyway,
don't get caught subverting big pharma's grip on the economy.
So yeah, I got mad at him. I was nice to him. I was firm with him, but I didn't explode like I did here. I left. I waited till I got home. It was really
gave it to me.
Yeah, she thinks I'm yelling at her.
Me.
She thinks I'm yelling at her. I'm just yelling.
Stomped his feet. Pulled on his ear. He was mad. I don't blame you for being mad. I just making fun of you.
No, if it ever happens again, I won't agree. I won't agree to their.
I don't even want that in writing. Just fix it. I'll wait.
Fix it right. Do your goddamn job right and quit trying to make me responsible. Go to hell. Well, I didn't leave a Google review yet, but I probably will.
He's going to be leaving a very negative Yelp review about this.
But nobody cares. That's I pay $5.72 US for a box of 14 pills of my medication, blood pressure. So what kind of Talos is using ID in a bank here. It's pretty much a moot point. Barely any branches left open. What do you got to deal with a machine, I suppose? Yeah, so there's more of that here. You go look for a bank, like a name of a bank, and you find all these locations, and when you get the locations, there's a machine. It probably doesn't work. Out of money or something. What kind of, I'm just curious, you don't have to tell me what kind of medication that is. $5.72 for a box of 14 pills. That sounds expensive.
That's for his ED medication.
Yeah.
So if that counts?
Yeah.
What? Can't say that?
That's nasty. So all the HS...
It's perfectly natural. He's married.
All the HSBC branches closed here. They only have machines now. I don't use them, but their customers are screwed.
Only have machines. They only have machines.
Howell says we're on track to become the first country to go cashless.
Good God.
That's horrible. That's just horrible.
No cash and only machines. Does anybody else see the problems that could arise? Nothing bad could ever happen from that.
You know what? You know what'll happen when things go cashless? People start trading, and then there'll be laws against trading, but good luck changing that. You know, it's like, I'll do a valve job on your car and give me 12 free haircuts or something. You know? Tim says, Kim, next time give up a timeout. Let his blood pressure come down. That's what she said. She said, you got to get your blood pressure down. You're going to have a heart attack.
I did. I know he can't.
Well, when I take my fist and I pound on the banister out on the staircase coming up to the porch.
You were mad.
That's how I get rid of the anger. If I hold it in, that's when you have a heart attack.
It's true. Don't let him hold his breath. Oh, what is that?
Did you forget to put the...
No, it's...
Can't...
Look at the paint. What is going on?
Nothing's going on. I bet you touch that with your hand, you'll get a shock. But it's not going to weld. What the hell? Scrape some of the paint off. Well, now the paint's off.
It's terrible.
Man, it's thunder and lightning going out there.
Well, it's so bad. I don't know what the hell's wrong. Got gas. Everything is set up properly. It never gives me this much trouble.
Kim says she's got gas.
No, there's gas in the machine.
Oh, gas in the machine. I see.
If this was something critical, it would be a real problem. But it's like I don't need a good weld here, but I despise the mess.
And Braden's here. You got a Harbor Freight ad. He says hobo freight, but I'm sure he means Harbor Freight. So Braden, you get your settlement from your insurance yet on the car? Man, that's smoking something fierce.
Oh, setting stuff on fire.
You're setting stuff on fire. He says we had 11 inches of rain over the last 5 days.
Who did?
Pete.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hey, Kim. We've got to light up the Studebaker.
Somebody leave a thing.
Tavo. Okay. Oh, we can't see the Studebaker because I got to swap. Cams.
Swap.
Okay, Studebaker's going. He's gonna dance with a hood on. This is like, what is that? I dance like an Egyptian.
Thank you, Mr. Tabo.
Hippie Long says, so you're gonna fly back? Never. I'm not flying anywhere to make some more dollars. They have asked me tentatively to come back. There's some kind of process to that, but if we do, we will service the CVT and change the oil on the Jeep and drive it back out there. Don says, have you ever tried running aluminum wire and argon gas in your MIG welder? I have not, but I know people that have. And any aluminum
Put it on the other screen.
Any aluminum that I ever did, I did with TIG. I'm not very good at it.
You guys can be disgusted by this terrible poppy.
I am really good at one time before I did shaky hands. I was really good with stainless and with chromoly and everything with the TIG. But aluminum, I struggled with it. But I had other people that were around me that were really good with the aluminum, so I'd have them. We always tigged it. But I knew a guy that built some big aluminum boats with a MIG machine. Aluminum boats with a aluminum wire feed big welder, and they look pretty good. That guy was a good welder. I don't know why. I just haven't tried it. Hippie Long, that's double my yearly average. We're like 6 inches a year. Yeah, and Yuma's like 3 or something. It's pretty dry down there. Braden says, Kim with her helmet on looks like a robot. And yeah, Tavo said he didn't want to interrupt the welding, and then Mexican Spec says she needed a break.
I'm going to try and weld something else. Just gonna get a piece of
Yeah. See if it's the what you're welding, or see if it's the welder. Now the welder, is that the person or is that the machine?
Yeah, I think the problem is the welder. Welder.
Yeah, Burlock says stroke is worse by far. It kills part of the brain, usually the motion control. You know, I had a friend that he was a police officer for years, and then he was a big dude. He got kind of heavy. He got really heavy, and he retired. And he retired as a sergeant, and he hated the job because the sergeant, he goes, all I do is I sit behind a desk. And he goes, officers call off sick. And he goes, I try to convince other people to come in to work the shift. And he goes, that was my whole job. Because that's all I did. And he hated it. So he finally retired. And during the time that he was working, he bought a house in another city. And he rented it out. Actually, it was in Fresno, California. He rented it out. And then and the renters, of course, paid the house off. So by the time he retired, he worked in the States, so he's moving around a lot. So by the time he retired, he had a house that was paid for in Fresno, so he moved there. Not there more than a couple of months, and he has a stroke, bad stroke. And he told me one time, he goes, you know what? Have a heart attack, get in a crash, do anything, but don't have a stroke, because he just struggles with life.
Nobody should have a stroke.
He just struggles with it. Kava welds look much better than I've ever done with MIG. For some reason, I did better with stick. Oh, and Olive's here. I missed that. She said she was kind of distracted tonight. Gray Bullet, did you hear about the flight instructor that jumped out of the plane, left the student up there by herself recently? No, I didn't.
It's metal.
Is that your?
This works freaking perfect. That was perfect. There was nothing wrong with that.
It's the metal.
Stupid.
It's something with that paint.
Something with that blue paint.
So
that blue paint must have some zinc in it or some crap. Damn it.
So the instructor.
Boy, go ahead.
So the instructor jumped out. So your first solo flight, you log the flight time and one landing and no takeoff. Like, where's your takeoff? I didn't take off. I can't log that. I had instruct that was dual time. Oh, God. I guess, like, you know, if you're in a fighter and you punch out because something happens to the airplane and you land, I guess you log takeoffs and no landings. Because, see, when you log time, you log the number of takeoffs and landings. So.
Wait, if the airplane doesn't come back, does it still count?
The airplane landed, but it was a bit hard.
A little rough coming down.
We're like, you're getting a lot of ads. Why you get so many ads? Nobody else I put the ads way back to, like, as far as I can.
They want him to have points.
He's getting a lot of ads.
Get 2 points, but you only get 2 points per ad break, not per advertise.
No, he's getting them like.
Well, thanks for telling us about it.
Yeah, that's good. He's getting a lot of points.
Okay, guys, I got holes drilled here for plug welds so I can take these fasteners out. Let's put mount something else onto here. So.
Tim says we need rain here. The fires are huge, 100,000 acres. The smoke coming up from the 30 miles south is awful. Man, I remember when that happened in California, and I was living there. It was 25-mile radius, this fire, and it started way out somewhere, and it came up near San Luis Obispo. A friend of mine had a Model A, a really nice Model A with small block Chevy in it. He had a 56 Chevy Nomad, and he had a 67 Corvette with a big block in it. All three of those cars got wiped out in that fire. And then the insurance wouldn't cover because they said it was an act of God or something. Oh, it says that was like Argentina. What was that? Oh, I see Luis and Josh. Stray bullet. That had to be terrifying, depending on if you saw her or not. Well, maybe she was ready. Maybe she knew he was going to do it. Maybe not. The student pilot. Well, you know, my first solo flight, the instructor got in. We did 3 takeoffs and landings. And he says, you have your logbook with you? I said, yep. He says, you got your your student pilot's certificate, which is your medical certificate. I said, yep. He goes, pull off the runway. So he goes, hand me those. So he signs off my logbook for solo. He signs off my medical certificate, student pilot's certificate. He gets out and he goes, take off, go around through the pattern, come in, land, and pick me up. Okay. And I felt ready. I just done 3 takeoffs and landings. I was good. So I went out there. I was a Cessna 152, little 2-seater airplane. Took off. I'm on, downwind, and I'm looking over at the runway, and I look back, and there's an empty seat next to me, and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing in an airplane by myself? And I went around and landed, and I picked him up. What are you doing?
Get mic'd.
You're mic'd. I'm mic'd. But you put the mic on the inside and the clip on the outside. That's weird. Okay, let's see. Dean says, I'm taking an extended break for 2 days. It's going to be bedlam next week. Oh, line haul logistics. Lewis. Okay. Michelle says, oh, hi, Louise. Oh, Louise. Okay. Stray bullet. My first 5 years in Northern California were fires like that every summer. Yeah. I remember a lot of fires out there. I left in 91, so it was all like the 7 or 8 or 9 years before that. It was horrible. I remember flying, and the fires were near me, so I'm flying away from it, but the smoke was going away and going up, and I kept flying. I was trying to get into the LA area. I couldn't do it. I finally said, okay, I'm turning back. My girlfriend said, she's mad as hell. Just go. I said, no, you want to fly the airplane into that smoke? You can't see. No, that's stupid. We went back and landed. We ended up driving that way. Off-road racing, this is Braden, says off-road racing is the weekend at ERS Motor Park in Elk River, Minnesota. Go watch on Flow Racing, Amsoil Championship Off-Road. Amsoil sponsoring. Amsoil's good stuff.
I can't wait for my check. Sponsors. Okay, I need you to be Bucktail Camper, please.
Okay, just the jumping pilot instructor was in Argentina. The instructor apparently was confident the student could get home, is implied. Yeah, somebody was probably ready for solo, and they probably worked it out ahead of time or something. And then, made a nice, cool video. Hippie Long, I live 30 miles into San Joaquin Valley. I have physical chunks of fire debris all over my house and cars, actual pieces of charred wood bits. Yeah, I remember stuff like that. I was in San Luis Obispo, and then I moved out to a place called Pozo, California, which is right out where the fire had gone through. Okay, let's see. I don't know what Braden's saying there. Okay, so what do you want me to do, Ken?
Guys, kind of hold your comments. We're going to do a little bit of recording bit, but we won't be long. You can hang out and watch.
What do you want me to do?
Stand up or walk over there.
Oh, the Shaver Lake Fire. I remember that. Okay, what?
Walk over to the other side of those. Pretty easy. I'm going to give you guys the full screener so you can see the whole thing of what's going on. It's camera 2. Hopefully you guys can hear. It's a little bit noisy in here, but we'll do our best. All right.
What did you do to the bottom? What is this mess? Why did you do this?
Go ahead, talk.
Why did you do that? I don't know what you're doing to this. That wasn't the plan.
Well,
you got a new plan.
Well, the plan was going to make the tailgate really tall.
Really thick, yeah.
Thick. So I flattened it down, and I'm plug welding it back together, and then we're going to have to plate across here.
What's beeping? The camera failed.
Camera failed.
Okay, so you got to fix the camera, and then we can do this again.
I have a brand new battery in it.
And the brand new battery took shit already.
Well, you can't put a battery in this camera because it records everything you say and do, whether it's on or not. Whether it's on or not.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
I'm sorry to make this happen. I know it's hard to.
Hey, you got to do this all the way across?
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then this is going to be in the way?
You're giving away all of the video that I want to record. God damn it, I hate this fucking GoPro.
GoPros suck. Don't buy GoPros unless you like to have like 400 or 500 batteries, and they're all going to go dead in an hour.
Terrible.
Terrible.
As soon as I turn it on, you start talking, and now you won't say it again because you already said it. You don't want to be a repeater. God damn it. You'll tell every other old story 50 times. I ask you to repeat yourself, you won't do it. God damn it! It's impossible!
The GoPro is a pain.
I can't do anything with it.
Isn't there some other camera that's like a GoPro that doesn't chew up batteries in 5 minutes?
No, there's nothing, damn it!
Every phone will record for hours, but a GoPro camera, they're all like that. They get hot and they fail and batteries die. Everybody loves them. I don't know why.
The only thing out there, and then people have to make videos. It's all advertising freaking hype. It's all junk. Everything is junk. The whole freaking world has made it junk. They cram it down our freaking throats. They hype it up. It's crap. Miss the good stuff. My fault. I don't know how to make him say the stuff he needs to say. Damn it. I know I'm not going to get anything. I was trying to get your reaction and it fucking died after 15 seconds. Damn it. Yes. Woo!
So, I don't know what happened here. I thought the plan was to have metal down to here, and now you cut all that away. Well, I guess you changed the plan. I mean, we're committed now. So, what are you doing? You're going to come down to here?
That's the plan. Show them both angles.
Okay, this was the angle we were going to do. This is the flat part. When you open tailgate, the flat part there. But now it's down to here because you didn't like how thick that was. But then here, we go down there, it might clear this, might not. I don't know. We're committed now. So, why did you stop?
Because I thought you were done. Because you were repeating yourself and not saying anything. Okay. I need you to say Buffalo Campo here and tell us what we're working on. We're working on our Del Campo project, and this is the deal.
Buff Campo there. No, I'm Buff Del Campo and I'm here. So I said it. She said I forgot to say that. So
we're working on this vehicle.
Yeah, we're working on this Valiant pickup. This is the tailgate
that we're making from an old trunk lid.
Yeah, the trunk lid. But this is going to be the flat part. So when you open the tailgate, there's a flat part. It's like the flat part of the bed. You know how a pickup bed or pickup tailgate looks. So this is it. And she changed the plan. I didn't know she changed the plan. She's over here cutting and welding, and I didn't pay any attention. So now it's a big surprise. It's like, that wasn't the plan. So I guess that's the plan.
See, it was.
You know, you learn after a while.
Now it's.
The woman's always right.
Well, where were you at when I was out here working?
I was healing my ear.
This was before we went to get the ear done.
I don't know where I was. So,
yeah.
I had a friend back in Pennsylvania, and he and his wife got along so well. And I said, everybody I know has disagreements with their wife. I said, how do you get along with your wife so well? He goes, I always give in. That was his advice. I always give in.
How long did he live?
He's passed away. He lived till he was 46 because he crashed an airplane.
Oh, sure.
Another one of those.
Did his wife want him to have an airplane?
Tell a story about him. he had boats. He really liked boats, and he had airplanes. So, and he had a thing that he did. He pulled people with skis behind his boat. He had a big parasail thing. So he'd ski, and then it'd lift up in the air, so they'd be up there behind the boat, you know. So he tells his wife to get on the skis and get on this thing. It's easy. She's never done it before. She doesn't want to do it. She's kind of afraid. He goes, it's easy. Just do it. So she goes way up in the air, and then she's trying to come down, and she goes, into the water, and it wasn't real deep, and it broke all the teeth in her mouth, and she had to go out of her teeth put in. That was the story. It was not wasn't. He felt really bad about it. Yeah, so don't ride on one of those things.
I'm guessing she didn't like anything that went up in the air. And it just,
You know, he taught my son to water ski. He had a fiberglass pole stuck out the side of the boat, and he says, "Here, hold on to this pole," and it's about 6 feet out there. And then we start going, and my son comes up on the skis. So he learned to ski by holding on to that rod. And then we got pretty good at it. He goes, "Okay, you're ready," and we put him on the lines, and then he was water skiing behind the boat. It worked. Yeah, he was a good guy, but he crashed an airplane.
so for those of you who are skeptics about this tailgate, I'm going to hang it back on the hinges so you could see why this is a far superior thing than this. I'm going to do
I understand why, because it'll line up the bed a little bit.
but I'm going to do it, okay?
Okay, I know why you did it. It just surprised me that it's changed.
I know, and it's a lot of work, and I'm stupid.
It's a lot of work. A lot of work, and we were almost there, and now we're not almost there.
We weren't almost there. We're not almost there.
What was your point? Well, we were going to cut the panel. Well, now we're waiting. That's out in the future. So, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You can stay Mike.
I can stay Mike.
Yeah, but change the video. They don't need to watch me remount the tailgate.
Who's Mike?
Mike, the story about the guy who said, I don't know if that's it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, manage to put on my shit list. Oh, pit snipes. I don't enjoy the fourth the same way I used to. I've been nursing a sick dog and dealing with all sorts of other lifelike shit. Yeah, you know, and here, Tennessee, I'm concerned a little bit about gunfire, although I think mostly we had fireworks here this year. When was it? It was on the probably New Year's. I heard a lot of gunfire, and I don't really like that because it's dark out there and I got to walk, you know, and people that are celebrating like that are generally drinking. Not good. You want me to help you? Like you got it.
I don't know why they just pulled it.
That's not going to fit because it's jammed. I got to go the other way. Should be about here.
Think of both something.
There's
It'll be easy to find.
Yeah, I see. It'll line up a whole lot better with the floor of the truck. Okay, I see why you're doing it. I guess, but it's not. See, this and that are different heights. I guess we can take.
Go ahead and put it so they can see. Go ahead and put it so they can see. Now that the tailgate's on. Okay, let me turn on this camera.
It's on. Something's on. If they can see it.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, this will be. Before it would have been way up here and the floor is down here. That's not so good, but I was going to accept it. But Kim's trying to get it so it's a little closer to a flat surface here. And down there will can take these, I guess, and break it down a little bit, and then weld it across there, and that way we can make it a straight line there. Because this would be all something that'd be terrible. Yeah, we got a sheet metal break. We can do that. We can do it 2 pieces or 3, maybe 3 pieces. Do a middle piece and 2 because they're, it's a little bit of a curve.
Yep. Yep, you understand.
Yeah.
I looked at it, I kept looking at it, and I couldn't sleep at night. Thinking how bad that was going to be. So that's how
this turned into a lot of work.
It did upstairs.
I just was going to put a piece of sheet metal there.
Yeah, that was
now you've got a lot of work.
Yeah.
You want better results? Gosh, okay, so what's your plan down there in the corner?
I got to cut it all up and reshape it. Yeah, it's all wrong right now. It's not going to work like that. This is way too high. It's going to have to get worked back down to about where. Well, it depends on year because this is shaped with a V. Yeah. So I can't go any flatter than
the thing is,
up here.
Up here, it's not shaped with V.
I know.
So it's gonna be
what it is.
Well, if we break it, it won't be. We can do it without a V, but then it is going to be higher in the middle. You could do it with 1 piece and break it across there.
Oh no, I don't. I want this to be straight at the bottom, and then that to be straight and bridge it like that. But the outside will dictate.
Well, what I'm saying is, instead of having this curve down there, if we put the whole piece in a break like this, get it down as far as we can, it'll be flat, and then it'll be flat here and flat there.
That's the plan. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Something like that.
Yeah, that'll work.
But I was trying to figure out how to put it all together and maintain some of the structure because it is.
Yeah, we need to. Where I don't know why you cut that. Or maybe
because I couldn't get it to bend without release.
Oh, okay. So you can weld it.
Right.
Weld this back up.
Yeah, because this came way up like this.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
So I had to relieve it so I could flatten it out. But I think it needs to be even more flat than it is.
I don't think so. Need a lot. Where's that ruler?
I got a long ruler.
Yeah, it's right here.
I got a
it's
long
just
ruler.
under the shit you just piled.
All of your people. Now we need all.
That's way too long.
No, it isn't. It's the right.
We have to go on. I can't.
For this one?
No. It'll come to this right there. It'll be better to one. And it'll be straight.
I don't know what we're doing.
How?
It's a mess.
I'm trying to get a dimension for this. It's got to tap the fill. Okay, so how wide is that valve?
To where? To the metal?
To the edge. To this edge right here.
54 and maybe a quarter.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding.
48 inches is my break.
Oh, well, we might have this seam somewhere then.
Yep. It'll be 2 pieces.
Okay.
That's okay, because we can brace it in the middle and go to the brace on each side.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that'll make it stronger.
Yeah. Usually make it easy to handle for assembly.
Okay, let me try to. Let's see if I can get back to this. I'm.
Okay, bring it back so they can see your face.
Oh yeah, my face, my all important face.
Yep, your face is important.
Okay, do we want to go to dual cam?
Just go to you. I gotta get things organized here.
So, and then I have completely lost.
Yep, guys, feel free to. Oh, where'd you go?
I have no idea. Oh, I went to the wrong camera.
There you go. Guys, feel free to repeat yourself or continue whatever conversation that you're having.
Braden says, I'm going to go on a date with my girl in a muscle car. All 3 of you.
And a muscle car? Okay.
So what do you, did you get another car? A muscle car? Michelle says, Mark Russer. Hi to me. Sure, don't do anything that I wouldn't do, Braden. Absolutely my favorite song.
Real boundaries here.
Pete says, I built my own sheet metal brake for my dirt modified sheet metal 72-inch. Yeah, I'm not going to build another big brake. The space in here is, I'd love to have like a 12-foot brake, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing airplane spars and stuff anymore. I'll just double it. The aluminum car I want to do, yeah, it'd be nice to have longer 48-inch, but we'll deal with it. And that car is going to be a lot of going to have some sharp bends on it because, like I say, my plan is kind of a late 50s, early 60s Chrysler kind of looking fin job,
Fin job?
Fins, fins
I don't think you're
on the
allowed
back.
to talk about that on the internet.
A fin job. Louis says that's good.
That's what happens. That's what you get when you go to the X-rated aquarium. A fin job.
Braden says my girlfriend's aunt boyfriend. Let's see, girlfriend's aunt boyfriend. What's that relationship? Maybe that's the best way to say it. Girlfriend's aunt's boyfriend got caught by her aunt for going and paying a hotel to stay. Uh-oh. Now we're not going to talk about that. In fact, I might just take that away.
All right, what's up, Campo? Come here and look at. Okay.
Okay, wait a minute. No, I don't. Oh yeah, it's on camera.
These. Okay. This angle here is what I was using. Okay, you see how?
Yeah.
Now let's see where I am as far as this.
Yeah.
I've actually had it as far down as I can go and still weld into.
Yeah, you don't want to lock those up.
Without making it go down. I can lock this part off a little bit.
Yeah, but you can leave that because it's not going to be any wires in there.
Right. So you see, I was going to take this apart and cut it down further, but I don't think I need to.
No.
It's correct. Sort of ready to go.
Well, not really.
Well, no, the middle, I guess. The middle.
Oh, the middle.
The middle. So I can put these plug welds in now because it's ready.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. You can do that.
And then I got to work out some. See, but the other thing is, once I have these plug welds in, yeah, I didn't want to cut any of this until I had this fixed.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to open up or spread.
You're doing a whole lot more. It'll be nice, but you're doing a whole lot more work.
It won't be that nice, and it is a lot more work. And now that I'm here, I regret doing it like this.
Yeah, but you're there.
But now here we are.
Okay, so back to this.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Braden says, I wish I got another car. I'm still waiting. Yeah, I'm.
Can you wait till you'll settle for their first offer?
See, what is this, Joe? I am a year and 10 months into waiting for the insurance company to settle on my disaster from the third year in No Name Nationals on the way home when I got attacked. Let's see here. My car got destroyed. They paid for the car. They didn't give me what the car was worth as far as I'm concerned because I couldn't replace it. But I got some money for the car. But, I got hurt. I want some for that. He says, here, Dad, help me to misbehave with that guitar. Stray Bullet, you guys missed all the best comments. So sorry about that. I missed all the best comments.
All the best comments.
Braden says, what aircraft or spacecraft are you going to create? But I have built so many airplanes. I used to tell people I built 60 airplanes. But I was still building airplanes. One after another. And I finally, just because I lost count, I'd say I built over 60 airplanes. So, yeah, I don't know. I put a lot of them together. I think a top fuel field. I probably need a top fuel dragster. Make it all. No, I'm not going to do that. No, if I built something faster, it'd probably be my Mercury and put a small block, like a 351 Windsor or 351 Cleveland or a Cleaver or something like that. A prototype drag car. And Pete says, my modified I raced for 7 years for methanol. I just switched to E85. I knew a lot of people out in the desert running sand rails that running E85. Lots of them running E85. Great bullet. It would be, I'm losing this chat here. It would be homophobic for Buff to remove that comment. I don't know, I just left it there. Braden says, put a 13-air Hayabusa motor, Yamaha band to make it 3-liter. You know what I've always wanted to do is use 2 Hayabusa engines, like on the back of something like a big go-kart. You know how good that would sound? You need a new insurance policy. Oh, Firefly's here. I missed that. I don't know how long you've been here because I was not paying attention. Chad, I was over there working with Kim. I guess he just came in. He says, good evening.
Ha! I finally got weld.
It's welding. Woo! It's welding better down there, huh?
Real weld.
Yeah, something up there.
I actually got 3 nice rosettes that I would actually let anybody else see in the world without hating.
Braden says a casino app ad. Is there a brand name for that?
Everybody's betting money, but nobody's getting rich with the casinos.
Hey, we took more money out of the casino than we went in with.
Yeah, we're the few.
One of the few, yeah.
You think they're paying for all those lights and
very
fancy stuff with
aeroplanes? I took your 4, about 5, Pete. See, let's suspect you're building a Triumph chassis. That's limiting on speed. Well, except the thing isn't going to weigh very much. It isn't going to weigh much more than the frame because it's not a steel body. And the body that was on there was steel and Bondo. It was really heavy. I mean, a lot of Bondo. At least this Buff. Just be careful. And why does Dean say LOIL? Why did he use? I don't know what that's all about. Brady says she could make a twin-engine Hayabusa burnout car like Cletus did. Oh, I didn't know he did that because I don't watch him much. Yeah, twin-engine Hayabusa, like on the back of a go-kart. Man, would that sound good? It'd probably be too fast, though. Mexican Spec says, I got the hiccups. But I have a question. No, I just said that. But I have a question. If your bandage catches fire from the welding, can you put water on it to put it out?
No. Next question.
I'd probably end up calling a doctor after that one.
No, next question.
Yeah. I have that facing toward the welding, too. Firefly says, still on vacation in Otter Tail Beach Resort. I don't know where that is. Stray Bullet, there is a Hayabusa-based V8 that some guy in England, I think, built. Wow. You know what the thing with the Hayabusa? They're fast, but if you ever hear 2 motorcycles like that, like 2 Hayabusas together next to each other accelerating, you know how good that sounds? Just harmonizes. It sounds so good. Man, I'd love to have that. Just the sound. Take the No Name National. But that's just beyond. Every time I talk, she hammers.
Ready?
2 Hayabusas beyond my I give out. So 2 Hayabusas are beyond my financial capabilities. You know, I just it's a whole. You know, and none of this stuff. It always I can picture all in my mind how it's going to go together. And I go, it's going to be easy, and then it never is easy. You know.
Take a draw against the what's that called? The
Oh yeah, like Mexico. Just take it out of my trust. My trust is a house, and that's all. And it owes money every year because there's taxes and insurance and things, and I have to pay that.
He annually owes money to the trust.
I annually owe money to the trust. So, but the reason it's a trust is so the kids get it instead of my former wife. Well, she wanted me to sell it and then split it. Well, I didn't want to do that because I want to live here.
It's not like he's keeping it exclusively for his children. It goes to their children. It's not like it's just not. Yeah.
So there's no trust to take money out of it. It just sounds good.
It does sound bougie to have a trust.
No, I could go out to Arizona probably and work more on that software project out there. Train more people to use it. DMC with a flat plane crank, small engine sound like Fiat twin cam 4s. Brayton says, who here likes to grow peppers and very hot peppers?
Me not.
I don't like hot ones.
Like the realest
Dean says, old Ferrari 308 GT4s or ES or Mon. How do you pronounce that? Mondale? Mondale? I don't know how to pronounce that. All right. Ooh, that's reflecting right off the screen. I got to cover my eyes because the welding is reflecting right off the chat screen, and it's just like looking into the welder. Okay, tell me when you're going to weld again. Tim says my 20-minute projects always take most of the weekend. Yeah, and my 2-week projects take 2 years. Braden says I got a 30-pack of Bush Light, 24 rack of Twisted. If I had that, that would last me 2 years, at least.
At least, if you shared it with friends that you haven't made yet.
A friend of mine came here. And,
hey, here comes the well.
All right, Christmas of 22. He bought me a bottle of whiskey. And he and I, years ago, used to drink whiskey sometimes. So he bought me that for Christmas. And I drank some of it, mixed it with some Diet Coke or something, and then the next Christmas, I still had like a half a bottle of whiskey left. I was kind of laughing about it then. You know, years ago when I was hanging around with that guy, it wouldn't have lasted a week. Great. And I got a bottle of whiskey that's 40%, 80 proof from Ireland. Okay, I'm ready. About powerful bikes. How about the Munch Mammoth 2-liter Opel Cosworth 260 horsepower? They were talking about all the stuff I don't know. I'm not my close friend has a Fiat 125T for Torino and New Zealand Assembly 1607cc twin cam 4-door for sedan racing.
Okay, here comes more.
When I can't look at the chat. Okay, go.
Well, like actually, like another setup here.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff scrolled by while I was looking away.
Sorry.
Um, Pete says I'm having a bush light right now. You were having a bush light while you were on your live. I saw you drinking that.
You know, as an adult, Pete has entitled himself to
that looked pretty. That looked pretty good, but I don't have a bush light. My favorite one right now is the Bush.
Is it that zero stuff?
Yeah, but that it's not called Zero. What's the Bush that's got no alcohol? It tastes just like Bush Light. It's amazing. It doesn't taste like a non-alcoholic drink, and I kind of like that stuff, but I don't. I don't drink much of it. My wife got sunburned, but I have cured Noxema. Taints menthol. Oh, menthol to deaden nerves and cool the burn. She didn't believe it would work better than that silly aloe vera juice. Now she believes. Michelle says, "Why aren't you all over here at my place?" Oh, I scrolled away. All over here at my place, holding out me right now. Okay. Okay, because they're drinking over there. Deep Mexican, I'm drinking it. Sorry, Bullet, we have some flat plane coyote engines here, Dean. See it in your face, so the razor don't. Oh. Okay, I'm going to go down the comments a little bit because it's just going away so quick. Tim, I have to do a couple of small welding projects tomorrow. Doctors all say don't weld with your pacemaker. So far, I've outlived two of my cardiologists.
You're good. I'm just putting it on here. I'm sweeping for a second.
Well, you know what you can do, Tim, is learn to gas weld. But then, that's a whole art in itself. I learned to gas weld long before I learned to arc weld.
Just make sure you're wearing your foil hat, Tim. It's fine. Don't stick your tongue on it.
Houston, we have ignition. I'm familiar with all the different flat planes. I never liked them. They sound funny. This is not flat plane bird. He always goes with bird. V8. I really didn't like the Lotus V8. Very good. I knew a man who made his own whiskey. It's around 50% alcohol, real falling down juice. Yeah.
I knew a man with a wooden leg named Smith.
And?
I said I knew a man with a wooden leg named Smith. Somebody will have a response to that.
Pitt, I'm here, but my college roommate called and we're both full of angst. Be okay. I'll be back with y'all.
We're full of it here, so we're in the right place. Woo.
And Dean Stevenson says, my friend Stephen Stokes, the radio announcer for the Last Resort Radio, made his own hooch. Awesomeness. What are you saying, Kim?
Mexican Spec gets 3 points for knowing the innocent.
I missed it. What? Where is it? Oh. What was the question now? Now it doesn't make sense.
I said, I knew a man with a wooden leg named Smith.
Oh. And now I get it. What was his other lake's name? Oh. Tim says, I've had the gas torch since the 70s. Yeah. The only thing I don't like about gas torches is welded sheet metal. I only knew one guy that could do that, and he would do it without warping the sheet metal. I don't know how he do it. Well, no, I knew two guys. one of them I didn't know very well. I had a body shop. He's a Mexican guy that spoke like this much English, so I didn't know him well. But I used to go up there, and I did some radiators for him. So I go up there, and I watched him weld sheet metal with a oxyacetylene rig, and he never warped anything. I don't know how he did it. And then I watched another guy who would take like hail damage and come down with the tip of the flame and go like this, just make it a little bit red and then pull it out fast, and he'd shrink those the hail damage divot out like that, and he'd get that thing just about flat. It's just amazing. I thought, oh, that's easy. I went and did that, and the whole panel went. It's like, oh god.
You told that story.
I guess I won't do that again.
It gets better every time you tell. Tommy Hanlon's here. It's 5:45 a.m. in Dublin. Good morning.
Wow.
Tommy
Hey.
Hanlon. Same Ranger in both shows. It says Barracuda. Todd Saul says, I know. It's from Mary Poppins. You're right. And Dean will give me a thruppence. And if I put it in the bank, that's right. Instead, we glitter away all our tuppences on this Del Campomino. That's right. Woo! There was a little bit of work there. I know it doesn't look like work, but it was like work.
I know I was yelling over the noise, and
I know you don't like the noise.
no, I know when you're work makes noise. So
The next project, we're not going to have any noise. I've already decided.
we're
going to do a no noise project.
We'll build a fiberglass car.
That's right, Mexican Spec. Dick Van Dyke is still with us. Sharp as a tack.
He's like what, 99 years old, or is he 100? I think he's 99.
If you point at him, he'll dance for you.
I think he's 99.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
He's an older son. But he is.
Who else is older that's really sharp? Oh, I know. He's not 99 yet. That's William Shatner's getting way up there too.
Yeah.
And he looks pretty decent for his age.
He's keeping it together. I think he had a facelift. It's all right.
I need this thing lifted. This stupid.
That's right.
Start looking like a chicken under here with this thing hanging here. I hate it. Can you fix? No, I don't have you fix it. You want to weld it.
We use gaffer's tape.
Gaffer's tape.
And so did Mel Brooks. That's right.
Oh, he did hit his 100. Yeah, my father was born in 1926. And I always joke with him because he was so sharp and still driving and stuff. I said, you know where we're going to be on your 100th birthday. We're going to be here joking around, having a good time, drinking beer. But he didn't make it. He made it to 91.
Uh-oh, Valfly had to go. Thanks for being here, Valfly. We appreciate you. We just finally got calmed down. I finally stopped yelling and complaining.
December 13th, Dick Van Dyke turned 100. Oh, okay. I guess I missed that. Michelle says, I think our neighbors are going to hate me with the loud music and singing.
Loud music?
Well, so how is it with loud music now? I heard your ears got tuned, so because things were too loud or too sharp or something, and you or Pete said it was better. So how is the loud music? Is it good now, or is it just tolerable, or you have to have it up loud? I'm just curious. I suspect it says Dolly is 81 and still going strong. You know what? She's making. What is she making? Kim.
Yeah.
What's Dolly Parton making?
What do you mean? Grits?
Yeah. Yeah. Dolly Parton's making shrimp and grits, taking to the stores, and we bought some.
She delivered
to Dolly Parton shrimp and grits.
Homemade. In her own kitchen.
So So we bought some. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I got to thank Dolly for making the shrimp and grits in her kitchen.
They were good. You liked them.
Pete's dad was born in 1947. Man, says Michelle. Geez, I was born in 1954. Ugh. I was always the youngest guy at work. And then I didn't pay attention. Pretty soon I'm the oldest guy at work. So how'd that happen? When I was out in Yuma, I was definitely the oldest guy there. And you know, it's funny, I'm the guy out there doing the computer work. Because I always had
Don't tell them what you're doing.
I told. So somebody some young guy lean over my shoulder and grab my mouse and start farting.
We can neither confirm nor deny that Yuma has computers.
Yeah. Just.
There's not computers. We don't know anything about computers.
You tell the story.
We drove to Yuma.
No,
it was fun to have Sam. We had a nice place. Very nice.
So I don't actually don't mind because she owns the bar down the road. Kiss My Grits. Yeah, that was Polly Holiday. I think she's gone.
I have to make a noise to get.
You're making a lot of noise.
Ah! It's a fucking noisy project. Everything takes noise. If I don't work, it'll never fucking get done. Just be patient for a fucking 5 minutes.
Michelle says my voice is different and music and everything is different sounding.
Yeah.
I completely lost track of the chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, and they're talking about Dolly Parton has a travel stop. We should make a trip there. You know, Todd, you do a lot of traveling around. Not long traveling, but you do a lot of going around to places. We don't seem to do that much. We did it on the trip to Yuma because we had to go to Yuma. But, yeah, we don't do a lot of that. And what I found when I do a video of, like we'll go to a car show or something, man, it hardly get any views. And I was
really fast one.
Todd says I suggest doing loud things but not live streaming, and then showing what you did while live streaming. Yeah, but then we can't spend that much time here. Kim will be. I bet your back's bothering you by now. Yeah, that's what I figured. Uh, yeah, it's just shops are loud. That's all there is to it. Unless you have, like, we should build something out of fiberglass. And the loudest thing will be the scissors. But I have this thing. I really can't put this on. So I'm not using it. And the fire extinguisher is, where the hell is the fire extinguisher, Kim? I bet we put it in the car to take to Yuma with us.
Which one right here?
Oh, one I can't reach? Why don't we make it so I can reach it?
I'll bring it down and you can take it out of the box. How's that sound?
Okay, because the other one, the one I usually have on the desk, we took it to Yuma, and I think it's still in the car. Yeah, because Tippy wants give me a hard time about not having the safety equipment nearby. So now we have one for here and one in the car. You know what? We'll be in this car and have a fire. We'll be over there blowing on the fire with trying to put the fire out. Okay, so I have a fire extinguisher handy. Todd Sauce says about the people who love the cars, the stories, not the cars. The cars are the reason, the people are the story. That's what people want to hear. Yeah, we end up, that's why we don't have a lot of views, I guess. We got all you people here that just come in and enjoy this, I guess. But sometimes it gets noisy. I guess we did a fiberglass car. It'd be quiet. Like I say, the noisiest.
Yeah, I think there's always going to be something.
The noisiest thing would be the scissors cutting the glass.
There'll be something, you know? If it's not the noise, it's the smell or something.
Stray Bullet says build a Hayabusa powered boat. I'm not much of a boat person. I worked for a guy that was a boat guy he was a watercraft guy, and he had airplanes that were on floats. So I built float planes for him. So I got my float rating, and I flew the float planes, and it was, you know, they were open planes, and you were out in the breeze and on the water. And I said, you know what? This isn't even an airplane thing. This is a water thing. He goes, that's right. It's a water thing. He's the guy that towed his wife behind the boat on the flying thing, and she crashed it. Let's see. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Buff. I forgot your ear. Yeah, I can't put that thing on my ear. Very cool. Tavo, did BH Pacers come with two types of bucket seats? A couple I've seen had what looked like CUDA Challenger E-body seats. And then Louis says 68 Dodge Charger was in Rugrats Gone Wild. That is my favorite year. Charger was a 68. Yep. And he says 67 Chevrolet Camaro. Same thing. And I had a 67 Camaro, and I really liked that car. I don't remember what I traded that for. Either sold or traded. It went away. I don't remember. I remember how I got it. I had a 67 Pontiac Catalina. Big old long two-door thing, and I traded it straight off for that Camaro. How is this? I don't have trouble finding or grabbing an extinguisher in my shed. I have 4 1 kilogram and 2 9 kilogram strategically placed. Good idea. You know what I really want, but they're kind of expensive, is a big CO2 fire extinguisher, because you can blast something with a CO2 fire extinguisher, just one that'll whoop, and it'll put a fire out right now, like a gasoline fire. But because it's CO2, it seals back up again, and it'll still be full. You don't have to go have the. You do that with one of these, and it's that powder gets in the valve, and all the pressure leaks away. Any little blast, and you've got to have it recharged. Let's see. Michelle says you look way better than I did when I had my Osea implant surgery, but yeah, I bet. Don't put earmuffs on. Can you use squishy earplugs? You know what? I just put my hands over my ears. That cut it down a lot.
I'm sorry I made too much noise.
No, it's a shop, Kim. You got to make noise.
I forgot about your ear.
And then I just got to comment on it. They don't know why I quit talking and stick my fingers in my ears. Like, feeling to see if I still got a brain in there. Can you look in it? Can you see my finger?
Yes, yes.
They changed the seat design in the VJ. Standard seat design on the BH Pacer never changed. The New Zealand ones did have a locally supplied ones. Could be long. I got 8 hose bibs in yard and chop, and a hose on each. We get alley fires from bums like 3 times a year. Yeah, the only hose bibs here way down on the house. I would like to dig a trench up here and run water up to the shop. That's one more thing. One more project.
Costs money.
Buddy Carpon says, I agree. Round taillights on 68 Charger. It's 2 things. It's a round taillights and it's that big open grill without any interruptions up there. I really like that. We have great water in Chrysler. Dean Stevenson, I've tried squishy earplugs. I call them Space Invaders. Okay. Bravo, all Todd built Valiants had New Zealand sourced interiors. Pacers were imported from the lower quality factory in Austin.
Okay, can you click the other camera? See if I can see that at all. I'll get it a little closer.
Okay.
Put it so they can see you and me.
I'm not that important right now. Kim's going to weld, I guess. Mexican Spec says, you can't beat the full-length taillights of the 66 Charger. Man, I remember, 1966, the cars all came out like right at the end of September, beginning of October. It was late 65, and all the 66 cars came out. But then, there's no Charger yet. The Charger didn't come out until, close to Christmas. It was like well into December. And man, that Charger came out. That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And I remember the first time I saw the turn signal, it wasn't way out at one end like most big wide taillights. It was half the taillight. Man, did that look good. And I really liked 66 Chargers. They were all right until the 68 came out. That 68 was better. Very good. Dean, did you know of the silver BH Pacer in Alexandra? It had the E-body looking buckets that I mentioned. Dave says, Pete went to bed. It's had a long day. It's a big day again tomorrow. And you have a production shop going. That's I look at him in that shop and I miss working in a shop. And most of the customers were okay, but some of them I get so upset with people. Not to their face, I just get them. People trying to get stuff for nothing, and people not liking the work you did when you know darn well you put stuff, or somebody bringing something that's so messed up, and then they don't want to pay. They want to pay to have just a minimum to get it going again, and then 2 or 3 weeks later they're mad because it's broke. And you told them it's going to break again. Yes, he's also a 4-speed Danny Murray, and I destroyed it with an axe at Turner Street in 1993. Single rail, seats and dash ended up in his silver Charger. Michelle says, I did a shout out. It was a rust bucket. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had rust buckets there. I guess in New Zealand you might, because you had snow. Do they salt the roads, southern New Zealand? I assume they probably do. I don't have to cover my eyes now because she's on the other side. Maybe I do. I don't. Well, you weren't allowed to have more than 12 registered cars bought and sold in a year. We axed up a lot of cars. Michelle says it's just literally Pete and I. We own and run our shop. We don't have employees. Just us. I had a couple of employees that were really good. The guy that brought me the whiskey in Christmas of 22, he was one of my former employees. Good guy. Good employee. Great mechanic. Trustworthy guy. So Pete is a workaholic, and he tells me he dreams about working and sleep. Oh, I do that. You know what's bad about dreaming about working when you sleep? You get finished, you wake up, and now you got to go do the work again. You got to do it twice. You do it once in the dream, and then once for real. He says silver paces were always rust prone. We bought metallic brown Chargers and the Regal 770 sedans, repainted them silver. Howell says dash posters are worth a penny, Dean. Look at 1500-ish for a complete restorable one, 2K for a working used one, up to 3500 for a showy quality restored one. Wow. Michelle says I don't come in until around 11 a.m. Barry Kuda says no salt used on the roads here that I know of. What you get snow though, right? I'm thinking southern New Zealand. I'm looking at the latitude. I'm just guessing. Let's see, Dean Stevenson, maybe, but I never saw many silver pavers, probably pacers, aside from the one I destroyed. I'd like to see the silver paver. Tabo, all my pavers are gray. His mind is always working, says Michelle. Dean, it was a late four-speed single rail, proper 216 horsepower, 265 dual exhaust car. And I've still never seen one of those engines except in videos. Kim, it's really dark hole down there where you're welding, so I don't know what you're welding.
I weld this plate. There was nothing below this.
So you welded it up above.
I welded it right here at the bottom of this rail.
Okay.
Welded just like there's a piece of.
So you just stiffen that, so it gives that rail support.
And so it gives you something to fasten into through the next panel.
Stray Bullet says it's a pop of color for them, Tavo. Dean, the only other over. What is that? Or is that a pacer? His Pat fingered it. Pacer was the Central Bakery Guys Triple Weber Beige Pacer sedan. How about internally, the engine was identical to standard 265. Air filter and exhaust gave it the extra 15. Needy? That's a new one. Very good. Snow on the roads doesn't happen much here. That's like here. You know, I was used to Ohio. We get 3 feet of snow, and there was no excuse for being late to work. It just, that's the way it was, and it was like that a lot. Then I moved here to Tennessee, and right away, that winter we had like a little dusting of snow. It looked like somebody spilled a bag of flour and it was blowing across the road. They closed everything. Schools closed. Banks closed. My son had karate. You went to the dojo. Dojo's closed. And he was like 12 years old. We get up there, it says closed due to weather. And he goes, what a bunch of lightweights. I go, yeah, no
What
kidding.
a bunch of lightweights. Oh, that's funny. That's a really funny thing for a kid to say.
Well, yeah, because he grew up in Ohio where you got snow up to your crotch all the time.
Yeah. They are a bunch of lightweights. There's no doubt. That's hilarious.
Dean Stevenson, Pacer. Oops. I do ask. Something stinks. What is burning?
Paint and you know that glue that they put between the stuff
Oh,
and
yeah,
the rattle?
that's glue. Yeah, that nasty glue got hot.
Yep.
Oh, netties. British Aussie term for horses. Oh, okay. Never heard that before. Love his mince pies. Michelle, I'm from New Mexico also. You're from New Mexico. I'm curious, where in New Mexico? High part? Desert part? Lower part? Let's see. Dean says it used to be between 1973 and 1996. Snow for 6 weeks in Halfway Bush, 1994. Outside of Clovis. Oh, wow. We went to Clovis, New Mexico. Kim.
Yeah.
That's where we decided to keep going. I wanted to stay there.
Really?
Wasn't that the place we went to the Chinese restaurant, Chinese buffet, and was that in Clovis?
Oh, could have been, yeah.
And then Kim wanted to keep going. I wanted to stop. So we kept going to the next town that had a hotel. They were booked up or two. Oh, they were crazy expensive. So then we went to the next town. Well, by the time we got there, it was midnight. I had it. I'd had it at 6 o'clock in the evening, but I was whooped. So we stayed. Where the hell at? Where was that? I don't remember.
What?
It was getting up close to. I don't know. It's getting up pretty close to Amarillo, which Mexican spec, by the way, is Amarillo according to locals, and I know it's Amarillo, but it's Amarillo. Eastern New Mexico. I had a friend in Clovis. I couldn't find him, and when I got home, I started searching, and I found him. I found an obituary. Yeah. Dean Stevenson says nothing to compare to the 73 snow in central Otago, I don't know, and Dunedin winter. My first snow I could remember. Sir Barry lives in a long way from New Mexico, Michelle. Very good, Michelle. I'm near Queenstown in the South Island of New Zealand, and you must have heard of it. Michelle says, I used to bartend at Kelly's in Clovis, New Mexico. And I had a real good friend there. He'd been in California, but he's also there. But he, same age as me. And he had a bad heart. And the last time I talked to him, they were looking for a heart transplant. And I don't know if that ever happened or not, but he passed away. Michelle says, I used to live in Europe also. Where'd you live in Europe? Where have I been in Europe? Let's see. I've been in the UK, stayed in real close to London. Actually, I did. It was real close to Heathrow. And then I worked quite a bit at Farnborough. And then, Farnborough's a big airplane place. And then Finland, not much in Finland. And then in European part of Russia. That was a long time ago. I didn't really live there. Spent time there. Kim, what you thinking? You look like you stopped thinking.
Oh, I'm looking at structures. Strong enough.
You're thinking through the thinking like me when I'm staring at something. I used to have people start working. Quit looking at that. Start working.
Quit looking at that.
I said I'm trying to work out a problem. Well, do something. Don't be just looking at it.
Don't look at it. Just do something.
Michelle says,
Do something even if it's wrong.
Michelle says, England, Brussels, Belgium, and Spain. Wow, you were all over. Hippie Long says, he lives in Albuquerque.
Did you take a wrong turn there? But when you were standing on a corner of Winslow, Arizona.
See, now they're correcting me. I'm glad they did. Man, tell me when you're done hammering.
I'm done.
It says Dunedin. Dunedin is how you say it. Oh, okay. I'll try to remember that.
Such a fine sight. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me.
That was in.
Come on, baby.
Don't be singing that. Don't be singing that on here, Kim. You're gonna get us.
But I gotta know that your sweet love is gonna save me.
And then they'll demonetize and they'll keep the money.
All the money.
They don't stop the ads. They just keep the money.
Just take it easy.
Carlos says, I'm kind of near Adelaide on the West Island. The West Island would be Australia, which is not an island at all. It's a continent. But it's kind of fun. Hippie Long says, I flew out of there. So did the astronauts. Dean Stevenson, it's definitely not as warm as it was in 81. We got 41 degree in summer and 42 C in, I don't know how to pronounce it, Gisborne? I don't know. 41 C's, nice and warm. As long as it's not humid. 41 is humid is not fun.
Not doing anything for a minute.
Let's see. Hippie Long Air Force Base, I think Kirtland, yeah. Buddy Carfano. Had a friend who I didn't see in years call me to ask how to co-sign for a car loan. I hung up on him. Man. If you want. You guys in New Zealand get icebergs floating by? I don't think they're that far south. Actually, 42.4 C recorded in Rangiora, I don't know how to pronounce that. Canterbury. I'm just going over the records. Oh, okay. Gisborne. Is it Gisborne or Gisborne? Gisborne. Where is that? Oh, Vaughn. It's not Born. It's Vaughn. Dawn's taking off. Dawn said, thanks for being here. Good night. Kim. Giz. So it's Giz. Okay, good. Gisborne. Yeah, that'd be better.
Are you yelling for me?
Yeah.
What's up?
How much longer are we going to be up here? We're 2 hours and 20 minutes into it. Do we have any fires that need to be extinguished over there?
Not right now.
Okay, I want to make sure that the welding did not set something ablaze that we're not aware of.
There's no extra smoke now.
No
Smoke
extra
went away.
smoke.
Smoke went away. That's usually a good sign against fire.
It's like electronic things. They said it let the smoke out.
It let the smoke out.
We had a box when I was out at the test site. It was something electronic box, and it wasn't working. We put it back in the airplane. We were testing it, and it started working. And the boss said to me, "What'd you guys do to it?" I said, "Nothing." I said, "There's a lot of smoke in the hangar, and all kind of gathered together, and it went over near that box, and it went inside the box." Started working.
You can't say stuff like that to certain bosses because then they'll believe you.
He just shook his head. He knew it.
He knew you were being an arsehole.
And Dean says the same year, February 7th, 73. 42 4 C. Summer of 81, it was 41 C. See, man, I remember January of 73, San Luis Obispo, it rained and rained and rained, and it flooded. Water was like this deep out in the street. I was out there. I had a fiberglass radiator test tank. I was out there with two other guys floating around in the middle of the street, waiting for the water to go down so we could
Work on radiators more?
Clean up the shops. Well, once the water went down, we turned on anything with electric motors and ran them and just tried to make everything work. Michelle says, Kim is getting frisky.
I don't know if that's frisky, but yeah.
Tawa says, always get a week of 42 to 47 C here. I've had enough of those. Well, it depends on what the humidity is. What's the humidity then? Although 47. I've been around where it's 50, 52.
Can you put that switch on? And then.
And it's, as long as it's dry, it's tolerable, but it's not nice. That switch?
Well, no, the one above it. No, the one below, two below. Yeah, that one. And the switch on to turn the welder on was what I was actually asking for.
All right. You're going to make more sparks. Actually, sometimes icebergs from Antarctica do float up past the East Coast. Really? When I was in the Air Force, every year we had flights to New Zealand. I don't know where in New Zealand. I just know it was New Zealand. And then we were there to work on the airplanes, but they guaranteed us at least one trip to Antarctica. Because what they were doing was running airplanes back and forth from New Zealand to Antarctica, resupplying everything down there. And, it was winter. When the hell was that? I think it was winter in the U.S. Was it summer there? I don't know. That doesn't make sense because I think they landed on ice. I don't know. But anyway, every year I'd sign up for that Operation Deep Freeze, and
my dad spent 2 years there.
Never got a chance to go. Her father spent 2 years in Antarctica in the Navy. Well, in 2013, they got an iceberg near there.
They were not allowed to talk about what was under the ice. It was very classified information.
Oh, whatever they were doing.
They were not allowed to talk about what's under the ice.
What's under the ice? That's the door that gets in the inside of the Earth. Did you know there's a whole world on the inside? I've heard about this. People walk around on the inside of the Earth. There's a whole world in there. I learned that on RPL.
Those are lies distracted from.
So, straight below, it's nice here in Northern California this year. Not a single 100-plus day yet. It's not uncommon to see a week. When we were in Arizona, the hottest day we had was 111 Fahrenheit, but most of the days were like 104. It was quite cool for Yuma, because normally Yuma's up Oh, 115 at least, you know. And we didn't have one day that high. That's Michelle said, I just need ice for my drinks. Otherwise, I'm living on the water very soon. Very good. I think in America you would have heard of Shrek the sheep. They took him out on an iceberg to shear him for some reason. No, never heard that. So Dean's talking about records. 38. He's 101 Fahrenheit. Kevin Smith's here. Hey, Kim and Bub. Hey, seems I can't block Dino no more. 101, I get that for 65 days here. Here, yeah, it says 51. Yeah, actually, I was telling Kim how hot it was going to be in Yuma. How hot it got was, she saw was probably 107. But mostly it was like 103 and 104 and stuff. Because normally it's quite a bit warmer than that. Kim, you just bail out of there? So, are you done with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to this camera then.
I can tell you.
Well, usually at 2 hours you're shutting me down.
Yeah.
So I know what happens. We'll go home and you'll get in bed and you'll be aching back, and I don't want you to be that bad because you've been pretty busy for 2.5 hours. What's this? Dean says, Kevin Shrinky Smith, I need a good Bondo Billy blocking, dude. It's a dry heat, though. Well, it is, and there's a huge difference. You know, here, as soon as we got back here, it was pretty warm. It was like, I don't know what it was, high 80s. Got out, and it was like, it's like getting hit with a sopping wet washcloth. But, oh, and then right away, mosquitoes biting us. And it was not comfortable. And in Yuma, it was over 100. Well, at night, it was at the high 90s. And it was real comfortable. So, yeah, the humidity makes a huge difference. All behaving. So I'm a water baby. Dad raised me on islands on Lake of the Woods. Where's Lake of the Woods? I should know what that is. And summers we lived on big houseboats. I want to get back to the lifestyle, but where it's warmer waters. God, where would that be? Probably somewhere in Mexico, Gulf of California. I don't know. That might be kind of rough out there.
Kevin, while you were gone, we were working. We were over here recording, and they were causing all kinds of mischief in the chat. It was just scrolling by. We can't even go back. They ran out of beyond it. We're not allowed to look at it again.
There's this piece of paper that scrolls by.
Yeah.
Sometimes it starts to turn pink, and then I got to change it.
Did you ever see back when they had the printers that had the dots, the holes on the side, the dot matrix printers they were called? It would be like it's just like rolling out of there, make a big banner out of it. Remember, you could make like a 10-foot long banner with the dot matrix printer. It's been like that all night. Continuous speed.
That guy I worked for in Pennsylvania, we were moving some stuff to another shop. It was, I don't know, like 10 miles away. Highway, 4-lane highway. And I was in the back of the pickup. No, I wasn't. I'd loaded the back of I was in the cab because I was looking back. And he had one of those printers back there with a big old stack of that paper that goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with all the holes. Well, the wind got it, and it started going out of the pickup. And it was kept going and going and going. It's like a couple 100 feet back there behind us. I'm going, Jim, The paper's back there. He goes, he's looking up in the mirror. He goes, it'll keep up with it. We kept going until we got where we were going. And that stuff, some of it broke off, some of it didn't, but we had to gather it all after we got there.
There you go.
He didn't even care.
That's how you keep tailgaters off your butt. Release the hounds!
Let's see, what's this Mexican spec put up? At this link, the thumbnail is the car you're building.
Sweet!
What is this? What is this? I have to see what it is.
Buddy Carfano spent many summers traveling in a
what if
GM
I told you this massive
motorhome as a kid? If you click on MVP Speed,
yeah, you'll get, that's it right there. What?
No, but I mean, if you click on the name of the channel, you'll be able to see the thumbnail that he's talking about. Now go to videos. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
No, that's a real. That's not a.
No, that's not it. That's not his car, but that's the real car that's like his model.
That's a real car.
That's pretty good.
Tavo says, "Turn me back to gray. A mere commoner." No, you can't be unseen, Tavo.
Hippie Long says, "Michelle, you got 1,000 likes." No, 10,000 likes. The license plate says 10,000.
That's a lot of likes.
And a few big ones.
Oh, I didn't say it was a model. Okay.
She grew up in Kenora, is that how you pronounce it? Winnipeg. That's where I grew up in the summer with Dad. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
Well, down this way, the lakes are a little warmer. You get a little bit more, mosquitoes, but a little more warmer water.
But you can go west, and it's what was it? 390 Wagon Master, who's out there in Utah. You can look at his latest video, and he's out on some lake in Utah, and they were up like 5,000 feet, maybe more. But they were up on the other side of the mountains from Salt Lake, east of Salt Lake City. And it's a place he likes a lot. So he did a little short video up there. Michelle says, "I am old now, and always cold, so I want to be warm water. I live on the water in Pingyland to bartend." You know, I noticed I like it warmer now. I've always liked warm weather, but older, I'm noticing I don't like cold. Like I go in a restaurant where they over air condition it. I got to take a sweatshirt with me in the summertime, because I get cold real easy. This guy we hired out there in Yuma, he has a little office, and I bet he kept that office 55 degrees. I go, this is horrible. And he goes, "Oh, I like my air conditioning." Thinking, yeah, but other people have to come in here.
Buddy would hate to pay for gas to fill the motorhome at current prices. I mean, you only use it a couple times a year. It's not really just part of the travel.
Motorhome. You know what? I used to want a motorhome, and then I worked on motorhomes in a place, and they're always a pain in the ass. And I finally decided if I ever want a motorhome, just rent it. Rent it for a week. Rent it for 2 weeks. Because you got to insure that thing all year. You got to do all the work on it. You got to winterize it.
Store the damn thing.
You got to winterize it. You got to unwinterize it. Every time you go somewhere, something breaks because they're sitting there, and the machines don't like to sit. And at Titan Aircraft, we had a big old motorhome, and we used
the turkey in it.
We used it twice a year, and it was there's a turkey story. We take it somewhere twice a year.
Here comes the turkey story.
And it was just a guy I was with, who happened to be the owner's son. We were on our way to Oshkosh for the big air show, and of course we're stuck in the motorhome and crawling underneath it and working on it, alongside a road. And he goes, "This thing is such a burden." I'm like, "Yep." And after several years of that nonsense, like 10, he talked his father into he wanted it up there so he'd have an office. So if he sold an airplane, he could take a customer in there and have a desk and stuff. So he talked his dad into just rent a trailer, just rent a travel trailer, and they'll deliver it to the air show, and then they'll pick it up. And we can fly our airplanes or drive our cars up there or pickups or something. We don't need this big old motorhome that always got stuck. And so I don't know, rent a motorhome. Let's see, I was going on and on, lost track of the chat. I just always have a sweatshirt with me. Yeah. Mo Parquet is here. Hey, Justin, what's it like to hopefully we'll be in a video about the Oakville wagon and the model when it's done. That's so cool. Very cool would say, don't be uncool with doors. Mine's from Porky Pie, 1981. Michelle says, I have a wonderful motorhome and we own it. Do you get stuck in it a lot or is it okay? I'm in it right now as we speak. Well, if you've got one that doesn't get stuck and doesn't break, it probably means you use it a lot. Because I know like motorhomes that sit a lot. Man, it's just always something. Or maybe it's just a piece of crap we had. I don't know. Kevin Smith says, yep, his name is Justin, not Jay. Oh, what's this, Kevin? What were you talking about? Is this what it's like? You talking about what it's like? I missed something. If it flies, floats. Yeah, that's right. Stray bullet. If it flies, floats, or yeah, rent it. I had a high school teacher, Mr. Case, and yes, his actual first name was Justin. Justin Case. It's like Bill Lear from Learjet. His daughter's name was Shanda. She was Chandelier. Kevin Smith, hope you're still on it in a bit. I'm trying to get the warden settled in bed. Definitely cheaper to rent than to buy one. Michelle, I also have my apartment. We have a house and our shop. I love the motorhome because Pete has made it fully efficient with extra solar, and we have big land, our own generator, etc. You know, they could be really nice. I always wanted one, but I just decided that the amount I would use it, the cost would far exceed what the value I'd get out of it. Don King, or King Don, could be Don King. Hey, bud, sorry I'm late tonight. Oh, it's okay. People come and people go. Oh, Parquet, I cannot reverse. Cannot reverse my. I don't know what that is. Can you? Dean's misbehaving. Something Ed Key. I'm so sad. I don't know how to read that. Well, Parquet says be cheaper to convert a small bus into one. I knew a guy that was back east. He was in New York, and his wife was a doctor, and she got a job out in California, and he built an airplane. So he took the wings off it, bought a school bus, took all the seats out of the school bus, sold them, ended up with as much money as he paid for the bus after he sold the seats.
How do you make money selling?
So he sold, I don't know. So he had a free bus, and then he put the airplane in the back. He did something to undo the emergency exit or something in the back. Put all his airplane stuff in it, drove it out to California, unloaded all his airplane stuff, and then sold the bus. So he actually made money on the bus. He made money on the move. Oh, Mike Oxlong says, oh, now I get it, just in case. Okay. It's different, different Justin. No Park K and Buff Del Campo and Kimborghini, all the backwards Ks.
Yeah.
Michelle also has a tag axle. She's a pull, not a pusher. We paid $13,000, found it on Facebook Marketplace. Got very lucky.
Somebody's trying to get rid of one. If you're looking for one, you do it right. You can really make out pretty well.
Yeah, you know, I can't think of the name.
I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking of.
Buddy Carpon, I had a boat lad the day I bought it, thrilled the day I sold it. Yeah, I had a friend that had a boat, and another friend says, that's the most expensive vehicle you ever owned. He goes, no, it's not. He goes, yeah, it is. Because how many times you had it on the lake? He's thinking, he goes, 4. And he goes, okay, that's over $4,000 a ride. And he goes, oh, I guess it could be. I think it had a big block Chevy in it. Had some big engine with big, it sucked the water in from somewhere and blow the water out through the headers.
Toto says that's the fate of a lot of retired buses down here, motorhome conversions. I know all the old junkyards used to use the buses as sheds. They'd fill them up with rotors and axles. And
junkyards full of buses, full of parts.
Yeah, they were
same thing with vans.
Well, they
vans
were good. They were good,
Yeah, to keep them dry.
Yeah.
So, Tavo, that's the fate of a lot of retired buses down here. Motorhome conversions. Yeah, but I have a comment about it. Do they, in Australia, wouldn't they regulate the shit out of that? Make it so you're not supposed to do that. Or do they just charge them a bunch of money? Or do they just let them do it? No part cases unless you're making money with the boat. Shell, it's actually crazy because we've had 2 different people come in the past few weeks with their motorhome and major problems, and Pete was able to get the rig fixed.
That's
and
awesome.
The family's on their way. I worked on a lot of motorhomes. Well, 2 reasons. In the radiator shop, I worked on a lot of motorhomes. But then before that, when I was a teenager, I worked at a place that was a camping center. The camping center was, it was a dealership for motorhomes and travel trailers, is what it was. And I was 17-year-old that put trailer hitches on and wired up, because you didn't used to buy a truck or a car that was set up for a trailer. You had to do that, So I wired a lot of people's, their plug-ins for their taillights and all that stuff, and we fixed a lot of, or replaced a lot of refrigerators in motorhomes and trailers. A lot of problems with those things. So I did a lot of work on those way back. Our motorhome is an actual motorhome, not a remodel. What kind is it? I'm just curious. What brand name? Just no one. No shit. Brisbane, late 80s, any BF or VG hardtop Valiant would end up as a convertible. No parquet. Never been in a motorhome where we didn't have to stop and change the tire. That's every time we went to an air show, which was twice a year. One of the drills on the way was always changing a tire. And we pulled a trailer. We pulled like a race car trailer behind it with airplanes in it. And the trailer would always have a flat tire. Both. It's just like always. One time, the time my friend, the guy I was working with, says, what a burden this thing is. We were under there changing U-joint on a drive shaft. Just what you want to do along the side of a road with cars going by, and you're underneath the car and you're watching the tires go by at 70 miles an hour. And they're taking a drive shaft off a motorhome. Motorhome exhaust always leak. Seems like you have to replace the tires every time you use them. Michelle, 99 Fleetwood Pace Aero Vision. Oh, okay. I used to own a Fleetwood mobile home. It was like 65 feet long or something. It was actually a home, a park model home, big thing. Not something you want to tow behind a car, 60 feet long. But, yeah, It was okay. That was a long time ago.
Leaky roof. Oh, the worst. All the used motorhomes have leaky roofs.
It seems like,
I think if the roof doesn't leak, people don't sell them.
well, when
That's
it
like one of the
leaks down
major.
in the wall, and then the
And then
floor gets ruined, and then, yeah,
and the walls get wavy and saggy, and it looks horrible.
floors get wavy.
I've seen a lot of people. They actually garage their motorhome. They have an awning built.
What is this? Very good. It says I was offered a 225 slant 6 engine a while back. It was in a U.S. government Dodge truck that was used at their base in Antarctica. That's pretty cool.
That's impressive.
I saw a picture of a Volkswagen Beetle in Antarctica, and it had a license plate that somebody made that said Antarctica and had the number 1 on it. And that was like a big joke. In the license plate, there's like a group of, these groups, forum license plate collectors. And they had pictures of this number 1 license plate in Antarctica that somebody made.
Mopar Case has paused stump grinders ball joint failed today. He said it went underneath the truck and saved it from going down the highway. The truck is fine. How did the stump grinder go under the? I don't. This scenario doesn't make sense. Isn't the stump grinder get pulled behind the truck? I'm confused, but wow. I'm glad no one was hurt.
My friend Wade Wallace had a white D100. Oh, white, not like the brand name white, like the color white D100 with a 225 slant. Do they have many 225 slants in New Zealand? Because I know you have the Hemi 6, but 225s here were really common engine for a long time. Of course, now they're getting old, but there's still a lot of them around. There's a lot of them around this shop. Good snipe. I'm back. I had a thing. I ain't okay with that, but
I'm glad you didn't have to kill anybody, Pitt.
I'm not reading it. Everybody else can read it.
Cleaning out the waste tank is the worst part of owning a motorhome, says Buddy Carafano.
That same guy that had the paper behind the truck and his wife crashed, the guy was full of all kinds of excitement. He had a motorhome, and he's driving out of a McDonald's, and he turned too tight, and there's the plastic thing there to empty the bad water, the really bad water tank, and he hit that on a planter box there, and it broke it off on the business end of the valve, so it emptied the whole black water tank all over the ground as you exit the McDonald's drive-through. And I said, "What'd you do?" He goes, "I kept going." Like, I'm sure they appreciated that. Ball joint shaft, or whatever it's called, went underneath. Oh, okay, there's a shaft that drives it from the car engine, like a power takeoff, probably.
Oh! Wait a minute. No. Stump grinder?
I don't know. Or maybe it's, I don't know how that works.
The ball joint shaft? The drive shaft?
Yeah, it says you picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Yeah, it's loose wheel. Yeah, we had an airplane do that one time, and that's what somebody said. This picked a fine time to leave me, loose wheel. So that airplane became Lucille because the wheel came off.
A lot of shifting and structural issues with motorhomes. It's a house you drive. You got to expect it. Yeah, and it gets really expensive really fast, and then they start cutting corners to try and build it faster and build it cheaper, and they build it as cheap as they possibly can to sell it with as much profit as they possibly can. And
well, my reason for saying rent it is because the amount I use a motorhome would be like once a year, and it just doesn't make sense to insure it and work on it and store it and winterize it, all that for like a week or two a year. So, but if you're going to use it a lot, yeah, of course, you maintain it. And also, like I said, machines like to be used. When you let machines sit, they break.
Stuff goes wrong whether you're using it or not, and sometimes more often when you're not using it.
Yeah, because
Stuff likes to be
grass grows
lubricated,
up in there and
circulated, you know. You drive it on warm concrete, it evaporates all the condensation out of it. Lots of slant motors. Oh, they use them in every damn thing for forever.
Good night, Luis. I could just going by there. You might still be here. It's an old stump grinder. Oh, and Talos says we still have plenty of 225 boat anchors getting around here. Oh, Clark forklifts on waterfront ports still have slant sixes. When I was in the Air Force in the 70s, we had forklifts and tugs that you pulled big stuff with. They all had slant sixes in them. Shall we replace the airbags and tires? Pete can tell you everything we've done. Very good. Yes, lots of slant six motors here. They run our Valiants from 63 to 69. Okay. Those are probably 225s. So I said the stump grinder was rolling fast in the truck. How the heck did that happen?
New faucets, mattress, bedroom slide. Leave it to Pete. Big solar panels and new wiring. Yeah, I mean, it's not so bad when you have a mechanic in the family. You know, but he has work to do, other work to do. But if it's something that you guys are using and excited about, then it's worth investing all the effort. But somebody who doesn't know how to do any of the work and doesn't want to work on it and isn't using it much, it becomes a burden really fast. Trying to take it to the RV guy and have him do it.
Well, that's another thing. If you got to pay somebody to work on a motorhome, man, that's going to be expensive. But if you're, like they have a shop and they seem to like it and use it a lot, so they can maintain it.
Yeah. And with 40,000 miles, it hasn't probably been beat up.
New faucets, mattresses, bedroom slide, but leave it to Pete. Big solar panels and new wiring. Okay, so you've done a lot with it. Yeah.
I just found something for an RV. Check this out. I'm going to wire this into the Jeep.
What is that thing?
1,000-watt inverter.
Oh, it's an inverter.
Yeah, check it out. We can have shore power on the...
Why do you keep smacking me with it? Uh-oh, she's going to really smack me.
Some people pay extra for that.
Some people pay extra for that. Oh, yeah.
You think we should be done?
40,000 original miles on this baby. Yeah, that's good. And you said it was a 99.
You made me stop welding. You said it
I know. So I know. Then we kept going here. Yeah. So we're gonna probably, and we're down to 20 people.
Are we coming back on Saturday?
Well, do people want to see us on Saturday? Very good. A 170 cubic inch sounds too small to me. That was okay in the original Valiant.
I mean, it was no powerhouse. It was just a little buzzing half dozen.
So, yeah, whip it good. Remember that. Way up, dude. Buff, if you're so buff, then how much you bench press? Oh, yeah. That was my brother. My brother was 13 years old. He was bench pressing 345 pounds, and there were two of us spotting for him, and I was afraid we weren't going to be able, we were kids. I was afraid we weren't be able to get that weight off them.
I bet you could bench press, 40, maybe 50 pounds.
You know what? This arm, I could be normal. This arm is so weak, I can't do anything. I barely hold my flashlight.
You could bench press it with a spot.
Well, you know what? When I
was... You could bench press the bar with no weight on it. And that's like 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds.
When I was in physical therapy...
Look how scrawny I am. I could lift that much.
When I was in physical therapy, I doubled the strength of this arm. But it's still less than half the strength of this arm. Yeah, it's... there's a story behind Buck Del Campo. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll tell it someday. So yeah, they were from Akron. Devo. Remember Devo?
Whip it good. It wouldn't
would
be
be
Saturday. Thank you, buddy Caravano.
Okay, so Saturday at 9 Central. 9 Central time in the U.S., whatever time that is, wherever you are. And, yeah, drop and give us 20.
I don't know if he could. I think he weighs more than 50 pounds. I don't think he can do push-ups.
Push-ups, I struggle with push-ups right now. Yeah. It's sad because
I might be able to do a
I used to
push-up.
be like a bull. I'd do anything. Just out of sheer
I'm
fondness.
gonna try and do push-ups.
So now we're going to do push-ups.
You better not make fun of me if I can't. I'm gonna try.
Oh, you know what? I think that storm went by. It quit booming out there.
I don't really know.
So am I going to put the camera on you, Kim?
Oh my God!
The camera's not pointed toward you.
I did almost too.
She did almost too.
Holy cow! Okay, that was difficult. I haven't done a push-up since I was like 30. That's a couple of years ago. I cannot do 25. I would not have thought. Wow.
Look at this.
Push-ups?
A lot of it went by, but look what we got coming.
More?
We're in the middle between two storms. Probably a good time to walk to the house. So, I won't have to wear my hat. Does everybody have to see my hat? All the people that weren't here earlier?
What? Gotta get pants and shoes for no name anyways. If I can't make it, it's not looking good as of right now. Why not, Mo Parquet? What happened?
So, I'm not supposed to get this ear wet. So, coming up here, it was raining. So, I decided to put a plastic bag over my head. But, you know, you're not supposed to do that. So, I cut out. I'm not bald. I just cut it short.
Pitch snipe. It's push it real good.
So, I cut this bag out and put a face in the bag. Go like this. And then you take the handles of the bag, which are here and here. And you take this clothespin. I had trouble getting this together.
When a problem comes along, you must whip it. Mo Parquet, make a budget, and then make a thing, and ask your people. Say, hey, if you want me to go to this event, donate to my thing.
Do you have an umbrella? I had a plastic bag, so I used it. Kim wasn't here. Kim would have walked with me with an umbrella, but I don't use umbrellas.
I have an umbrella. Yeah, he's.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, it works. You know what the heck? And walking up here, I could hear the rain hit the plastic. So, Buff looks like a founding father. Oh, geez.
Always roll down your windows. Always have your fire extinguisher ready when you're welding. Make sure to do a fire safety check.
You put that in front of the screen.
Do.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna.
Yay!
What's this?
How is a head covering have a sexuality? That's woke, Pit Snipe. Kevin says that was just last year.
Looks like the old ladies at church. What do they put their hair together and put a clothes?
That's what I was thinking, right? Yeah, they don't want their hair to get wet because it'll go.
Well, and
it'll mess up the perm.
Being me, I can't put a stock bag over my head. I have to modify it, and I modified it. I thought about cutting 2 holes and then one for my nose, but I decided just to cut the whole face out.
You need to get like a Harley Davidson one, or you need to get a Duluth one so you can be on brand, or a John Deere one. You could have a different colored babushka for each and every.
Does it say Walmart on the back?
It does have the Walmart thing.
Yeah, so now I'm advertising for Walmart. Jamie. Okay, I'm gonna say goodnight. Good night, folks.
Guys, thanks for being here. We've made it to the end. I award you all 3 points for sticking around. Check out Mexican Spec. He's on Saturday afternoon. John Wilburn's tomorrow night.
Give it a bonus Studebaker Flash.
Thanks, everybody, for your comments. I had a great time. It's more fun with you here. Sorry for all the bitching. Sometimes you just got to vent that stuff out. Please don't take it with you.